deal with those goaltenders. But Wedgwood last night, I stole your line. I gave you full credit. That we don't do the Richie Carney like this is now my line. I gave you full credit because I would want you to do the same for me. If you do like, hey, in football and life or all my sayings that I supposedly have, they do bingo on my sayings, which is
I know
whatever.
But we're all professional broadcasters. Come up with your own stuff.
If you were an alien and you came down to Earth and they said, hey, we're going to take you an Avs game, and you saw Scott Wedgwood, you'd be like, oh, he's the star, right? He's the number one guy.
Yep.
And he's the backup.
Yeah.
But the comfort level that you saw from the Avs, the way it's like, and Phil, you know this being a professional football player, like when you don't have to do everything, you know your teammates got your back.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly the feel that you had with Wedgie in there, and it's like you didn't miss a beat.
Oh, and I agree with you. When you know that you can count on everybody on that, for me, the football field, and for those men out there playing hockey, it's the ice. And you don't have to worry about your goalie, and you can just play freely and do your part and be aggressive, knowing that if something happens that you can count on your goalie to make a good save for you. That's what you're looking for. And when you had Georgiev and Onanen, I mean, we were praying every day.
Yeah.
Like, guys, you guys are going to have to play better defense.
Hope they can score 6 tonight.
Exactly. You guys are going to be mindful that you can't be as aggressive because if you mess up and there's a breakaway, Georgiev's getting scored on. That's not the case with Wedgie now.
Yeah.
Weggie's playing with confidence, and I've always said this, and I talked about this with Zach throughout the offseason and with the football. All right, you see these players practicing, and you see them in preseason, and they're doing well. Well, it's gonna bleed into the regular season because if you're doing well in practice in a preseason game, you're gonna do well out there when it's real, when the lights are the brightest.
Right.
That was Wedgie though. When I was watching and getting ready for the season when it comes to the hockey, and I watched a couple preseason games with Wedgwood because you have Blackwood who's been out. Well, Wedgwood has been playing really good hockey when it comes to just seeing the puck, being confident, making a couple really good saves, even in the preseason. And now you get into the regular season game, the opener, and he does well. I'm not surprised because he's ready for the moment.
And another week or two, Jesse Montano from Guerrilla Sports told us that yesterday. Probably another week for Blackwood, but maybe 2. But as long as you got Wedgie out there doing his thing, I think this team can carry forward that confidence, and you felt it.
And
it was palpable last night.
It was. I love what I saw. Once they settled into the game, and it's game number 1, so I was expecting some, if not jitters, but just some disjointed
nerves.
nature. Yeah. Once they settled in, though, it was dominant. And by the way, last year against Vegas, it was 8. So the Avs. Now think about this. The Avs this time last year, almost to the day.
October 7th.
It was October 9th. It's October 8th.
I don't know what day it is.
It was the 9th last year. So almost 365 days ago, the Avs scored as many goals in their opener last year as they did last night, and they got doubled up. So think about that. It was a dominant 4-1 victory. They had the same goal total in their opener last year, but got 8 hung on them. And then the next game it was 6. And then the next game it was 6. And the next game it was 5. This team was 0-4 and had to win in overtime in game number 5 to avoid an 0-5 start. It's just a completely different vibe, and Scott Wedgwood is one of the better backups in the entire NHL. He is. And so
it's good to lean on. So what settled him down? Because we all admit we're expecting some nerves. Was it the fight? Was it Manson getting in the fight, a little brawl, throw down?
I think there's something to that.
Kind of settle in.
I hated seeing him get hit early like that. You usually do not see that in hockey. There is way too much of a code. Yes. Yeah, you square up. You just don't go hit someone in hockey. There is just so I didn't like that.
You see what Gabe was saying?
Yeah, I did.
Probably some F-bombs.
Yeah. And that will come back around to him because there's a frontier justice, and it may take a year for that to carry out. But and we'll see how it all ages. But I love what I saw, man, and not just for him to be, and so there's some downside also because we talked about it. Like we're on the air yesterday. I'm like, I think this guy's gonna have a 100-point season. 100 points, and he's
fantasy projections for him are 100 points.
Is that right?
Yeah, see, fantasy hockey players.
I've never done fantasy hockey. I'm just like doing gut instinct, and like if he topped out at 83 in the past, and he's in this situation from start to finish with these dogs to the left and right of him, like he was the leading scorer for Carolina, and they were favored to win the cup. He was their leading scorer when the Avs made that trade. He comes here, like I know everyone respects the hell out of him, but you're not at the top of the depth chart here, or not the depth chart. You're not at the top of the scouting report for the opposition. So it's like, man, this guy, and then for him to kick the door down with not just 1 but 2 goals. Now the downside is, I mean, the price, but you want him to play well.
Well, he has to play well in order for us to get to the final destination, which is holding that cup. The question now becomes, is it going to be Marty Netjes? Like, is it him, or is it who he's playing with? I mean, you look at that first goal, and you look at how Nathan McKinnon was able to attract 3 guys.
Yeah. So it just
have the awareness to get it back to Netjes. Netjes did a great job of finding some ice, right, sitting right there in front of him, and then
the soft spot.
The soft spot there, right there where you need to go, and executing. But it helps when you have somebody as dominant as Nathan McKinnon, where all eyes are always on him, where you're going to have those opportunities to find the soft spot, and if you execute, you're going to have the goals.
Yes, and to what you said, well, is it Netjes or is it, it's both. Everyone's always benefited from playing with Nathan McKinnon. Everyone's always benefited from playing with Nikola Jokic. But when you're already super talented, and just to reset what I had said a minute ago, this guy, independent from this situation, was the leading goal scorer for the Stanley Cup favorite at the time that the trade was made. And I know that hockey is very regional, and there was not a lot of people around here that knew Marty Netjes and all that stuff, and I got that. But he is a fabulous player before he ever showed up. But now it's like, okay, is this a great player? I don't know if we would refer to Netjes previously as a great player, like across the landscape, best player on his team at the time. But a great player, I don't know about that. I don't think so. But I think that's what we could be in store for. And you talk about a confidence boost and just, like I said, kicking the door down to the season. You love to see it, man. The dude is super talented.
Fast. He's so fast.
Yes. Right? And even last year, and I remember fighting this battle a year ago. Because I'm going to be honest here. We were fighting against the current of the Mikko conversation last year. This show.
Oh, yeah.
And most of this station was absolutely freaking out and saying that this was curtains for the Avs, right? And so when we were fighting against the current and say, hold on a second, let's actually talk this out. Let's actually peel back the layers of this onion.
People did not like us, Zach.
One layer at a time. And you go through the nuance. And literally, to go through the nuance of that conversation a year ago, it took about 20 minutes. It was a big conversation. And so when we would have it, people would be upset with us and we're idiots and all this stuff. But because I think that, and I'm just being real, because I think that we were fighting against the current, and I know I speak for myself, because I was fighting against the current of the Mikko conversation, I have felt naturally happening me wanting to really ride for Netjes.
Oh, yeah, as you should, though, because you are right. We sat here, all right, throughout that whole year trying to explain to people that, yes, it seems bad right now, but let's let it play out. And then at the end of this, then we could come to the conclusion of was it bad or good. And yet we still don't know because it was so late into the season.
Correct.
Where it's like you have to let it kind of play out longer.
Correct.
Even now, we have to let it play out longer, long enough for us to say, hey, this was actually a great move by McFarland, or hey, you end up falling flat on your face and Netjes isn't it.
Right.
But we sat here defending Marty Netjes while people were upset because of Mikko, which is understandable.
It's understandable.
And now I'm with you. It's like we're riding for Netjes. I feel like more than a lot of people that are our colleagues here because of how we went about it. We went about it as like relaxed, calm, but also it's all about the Avs and about winning. And Marty Netjes is helping us win right now. But also he's doing his part, and that is scoring them damn goals. And it's helping us out. I'm rooting for him, man. I want him to get paid. I want him to be the guy for the next 5 years here.
Yeah, I can't wait to continue to navigate our way through this season that I think is going to be as exciting of a regular season as we've had around here in a long time. And we'll talk a little bit later about why. Okay, after 5 games, where does Bo Nix stack up to the rest of the league's quarterbacks? We'll take a look at some numbers coming up next.
Did the Broncos unlock a new weapon during their win over the Eagles?
The best thing we learned from this game against the Eagles is they can beat anybody. The second best thing may be they figured out Evan Ingram. This is just the beginning of Evan Ingram taking over and being the Joker that we all thought he could be.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, gentlemen? I know you know this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Erectile dysfunction is an intimacy destroyer. Alright? And research shows that men draw away from their partners when ED affects their sex life. The condition causes stress, anxiety, depression, and even worse, a man's partner can even blame themselves when dealing with ED. But I'm here to tell you that there's a solution for that. Guys, you need to go to Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic right now. Their treatments work when the pills and herbals fail you. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. And some of these treatments can have you last an hour or even more. All you have to do is schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today. The initial visit is only $99, which will include a medical consult with a Colorado licensed medical provider, a TMPSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And here's the kicker, gentlemen. If the test dose does not work in the office, the visit is free. They have 5 locations in Colorado to serve you as well. You can go to Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. So give them a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Ooh, ma.
What was that?
That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm, I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying... just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Call 720-459-HAIR. AdvancedHair.com.
Whether it's kickoff, halftime, or the final drive, fuel your football season at Dickey's Barbecue Pits. Order the 2 can dine for $29.99 deal. 2 meat plates stacked with pit smoke flavor. Or go for the new triple play combo. A classic sandwich, savory side, and a big yellow cup for just $12.99. No matter who you're rooting for, great barbecue is always a win. Dickey's Barbecue Pit, legit. Texas barbecue.
Thinking about buying a home in Colorado? You're not the only one, and now might be your best shot. We're officially in a buyer's market, which means you've got the upper hand. More homes are on the market, competition is down, and serious deals are out there just waiting to be found. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade or downsize, now's the time to get pre-approved. And American Financing can make that happen in 24 hours or less. And here's the kicker. When you work with both American Financing and their partner American Home Agents, you can receive a credit on closing costs of up to 1% or a max of $10,000 on your home loan. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, it's time to step in, and American Financing is the place to start. Don't let the 20% down myth stop you. You could buy a home with as little as 3% down, and with down payment assistance programs available, getting into a home might be easier than you think. Pick up the phone, call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go. Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and rolling. Here on a Wednesday, October 8th. Fired up to be here on a beautiful day in the state of Colorado. Mr. Phillip Lindsay, how the hell are you?
Woo! I'm great, man. I'm great. I get to do my job with you. Bug you for a little while, have a little fun, talk about the Denver Broncos, talk about the Avs.
Come on.
At some point, we're going to talk about the Nuggets later on down the line. They're getting ready to start rolling. I mean, come on, life is good.
Yeah, about 15 days away from
That's
the
wild.
Nugs. Oh man, this job, it's already fun. I mean, we're coming off the biggest win in a decade for the Denver Broncos.
Talk to me nicely.
I mean, first thing Sunday morning. Are you kidding me? Get to wake up and watch Broncos Jets first thing. And this is like, for me, I got to be real. Like when I was younger, Dante's age, like when I'm like, Dante, what are you, 27?
28.
28?
Yeah.
When was your birthday?
July.
July.
Did we miss that?
No, it's right around Phil's, I'm pretty sure. But I just don't make as big of a deal as Phil does about his birthday.
It's my birthday.
It's my birthday.
Sing
I
for
can
me.
do what I want to.
Phil, I'm July 23. Aren't you around there?
I'm the 24th.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, but like when I was 28 years old, you know, a 7:30 kick sounds like a nightmare. That sounds like a chore.
7:30 a.m. Wow.
But now, like my boy, my 7-year-old gets up around anywhere between like, it could be as early as 5:30 and as late as like 6:30.
Yeah.
But like 7:30 in the morning to like give me a little action on a game? Like, are you kidding me? Action and coffee? Are you kidding me? That sounds amazing.
Oh, yeah. You got to love it. And then once the Denver Broncos handle business in London over there, then we have the rest of the day to just enjoy.
Yeah.
Just relax.
Yeah.
Unwind a little bit.
Yep. I did lock in something.
Uh-oh.
I did lock in something.
All right.
It's my favorite play of the NFL slate. It's a teaser. Get the Philadelphia Eagles down to minus a half and get the Broncos down to a minus a half.
Ooh.
Eagles, Vic Fangio against the rookie quarterback in Jackson Dart. And that operation in New York, obviously taking place in London, they have been, I mean, Broncos just got to take care of business. We'll get into more Jets on Thursday and Friday. But I want to take a look at Bo, Mr. Phillip Lindsay, and just where are we at by the numbers with the Broncos starting quarterback, Bo Nix. Yards per game, young Bo is 19th in the NFL. His completion percentage is 65%. That ranks 25th in the National Football League. He's got 8 touchdown passes. That's tied for 9th with 7 other quarterbacks. It's still so early in the year, so you're going to have some people jumbled up like that. 4 interceptions in 5 games. Only 4 quarterbacks have more picks than Bo Nix. He is still not taking sacks. That remains a superpower of his. Only taken 5 sacks in 5 games. Daniel Jones is the only other quarterback that's played 5 games and has less sacks than Bo Nix. He's got 4. By traditional passer rating,
There's context to the Daniel Jones one because he didn't play in a game either. Remember, he was hurt. He got banged up for a game. Mariota had to play.
well, he must have started that game because it says he's played in 5.
I'll have to look that up because I was for sure that Jaden Daniels. You're talking about Jaden Daniels, right, from Washington?
Wait. I'm talking about Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones. I'm
Colts,
sorry. I'm thinking about Jaden Daniels.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, Daniel.
Daniel Jones has played every game.
Yeah, he's the only quarterback that started 5 games that has taken less sacks than Bo. So that remains a real strength of Bo's. Traditional passer rating, Bo ranks 24th in the NFL. By QBR, which I prefer a lot more because it's much more detailed and more context taken into account, he's 19th in the NFL. And I can't believe this, but Pro Football Focus has Bo Nix ranked as the 32nd quarterback in the National Football League out of about 34 quarterbacks that have qualified for it.
Well, that's telling you everything you need to know when it comes to numbers, right? Bo is not where he needs to be yet. Now it's 5 games. Seems like Bo is a slow starter like he was last year. Just like it seems like Sean Payton's a slow starter with the Denver Broncos like he has been for the last 2 years. So
and his whole career.
In his whole career.
For Sean.
For sure. There's a resume there.
Yeah.
There's
30-30 in September.
Okay.
Perfectly average.
Perfectly average. But for Bo Nix, when you watch these games, you can see it as well. The missed opportunities out there when you have receivers wide open for touchdowns or big plays. Sitting in the pocket not long enough. Not long enough of sitting in the pocket, anchoring down, stepping into the throws, being more accurate. That's what you want to see from Bo Nix more times than not. You're not seeing it consistently. And that's going to be the big word when it comes to Bo Nix for me moving forward. How consistent can Bo Nix be throughout these games?
Yep.
Not just against the Bengals, not just against Eagles, who's a really, really good team, but against everybody. The good, the bad, and the teams that are in the middle. Can you be the same version of yourself every single game? I'm not looking for you to be the guy that wins the game all the time and you have to be Patrick Mahomes. But I also don't want you to look like Geno Smith either, or Geno Smith. Yeah. You got to be right there in the middle where you're just handling business. That you're able to, when they ask you to make that play, you make the play. That when nothing is there, you find a way to make something up here.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's it. But it takes time, and I know, I'm going to speak for myself. I know that for Bo has only played in 23 games. He is still young. He has not seen everything that the NFL has to offer just yet. So there's going to be times where he's going to be tricked, and his eyes are going to be tricked, and he's going to make mistakes, and he's going to feel like he's Superman when he's really not. But that's just a learning curve.
What do you think the number one thing that has not bothered you about Bo, but like if there's one thing to tweak, because you covered a lot of ground there. If there's one thing that he could capitalize on more, what would it be?
Things are not going to be perfect out there, Zach. But when there's a perfectly ran play, execute it. I'm going to say the execution. Like even when it doesn't go right, Zach, he doesn't execute all the time. So maybe consistency. I don't know. Like that's the word.
Like for me, because like we talk about his footwork, he can just be a little bit like skittish. He's like, and I know you mentioned he doesn't stay in the pocket enough, but like it is so hard in that league to have receivers wide open for touchdowns. It doesn't happen a lot. You see that more in college. And now I know it happens in the NFL every single Sunday. But we have seen about 5 different free runner opportunities that are just going to go clean into the end zone that he has missed. Almost all of them.
So isn't that considered not executing?
Definitely.
So I would say it's not executing when it's there for the taking.
Yes, and they have been there for the taking. And it like changes the entire complexion and fabric of a football game. If he hits Trent Sherfield in the first half for a touchdown, it changes the entire because soon as the Broncos scored and started to put pressure on the Eagles, the whole game flipped. And we saw this multiple times. It was the Bengals game, right, where he missed the multiple open.
No, it was the Chargers.
That's what it was.
If Bo hits on one of those passes to Marvin Mims for a touchdown, like it's a completely different ball game. You win that game.
Yes, correct. And I know perception comes way secondary to winning football games, but if Bo is completing these passes, that's the difference between him being ranked in all these stats to where he is to being looked at as one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL.
So that would be the frustrating thing with me. It's like Bo Nix is not executing enough. It's there for you. Sean has great play designs. He's getting receivers open. That's what we asked Sean to do. Now for Bo, it's like step in the pocket and make an accurate pass. It's there. It's the easiest pass that you can make. Just make it. Execute the play when they ask you to do it. And you're going to look up and be one of the better quarterbacks in the league because of that. Execution, Zach, that's everything in this league, especially for a quarterback.
Hopefully young Bo Nix continues to settle in. Settle in the way that the Broncos defense did on Sunday in the second half. Settle in the way that the Colorado Avalanche did last night. So we're going to continue to gather these clues and review Bo because it's just year 2. He's not in year 7. We are still, again, I'll speak for myself. I'm still gathering information. Is this a legitimate, bona fide franchise quarterback?
See, I'm on the other side of it, Zach. The information's right in front of us. It's there. He's capable of it. Now, it's just about being consistent.
But that's what makes a franchise quarterback.
No, and you're right. You're right. But when I look at this, it's small tweaks. listen to what Sean wants done, believing in yourself, believing in your ability, but also getting on the same page with these receivers. Like, it's going to come because now Troy Franklin's going to be in the game longer. Now you have someone like Pat Bryant that will get in a rhythm because he's going to be out there longer. Courtland Sutton finally has a quarterback that he can trust, and Bo can trust him. We've seen everything we need to know about Bo, but can you be consistent every day? That's going to be the thing moving forward, Zach. He can throw the deep ball.
He's got all the tools. But as Vic Fangio once infamously said, I can go to Home Depot and buy all the tools. It doesn't make me a carpenter. He is still refining his craft, and we may disagree on something with Bo.
Franchise quarterback, baby.
So you're already there right now?
I'm there with Bo.
Hold on a sec. Oh, okay,
I'm there with Bo.
Okay, change of plans. We're going to continue this conversation coming up next.
As the Broncos hype train picked up speed after the win in Philadelphia.
You got Sean Payton. You got freaking Bo Nix, guys. Get on board or get left behind. Those are the only two options. Get on board or get left behind.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
If you've got a gas-powered engine, keep it running like new at every fill-up. Stable in-season protection is your engine's preventative medicine, cleaning and protecting the entire fuel system in season. In outdoor power equipment, prevent gum and varnish buildup that could cause a rough or non-running engine. For cars and trucks, increase fuel efficiency and power by removing deposits, ensuring your engine's long-term health. Stable outperforms the competition in independent lab testing. So at every fill-up, start with Stable.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Brandon Stokely here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Do you need a new furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump? ROX Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I do.
I do. Everyone does. But even the best deal in the market becomes high if rates fall in the future. So now what? Go through all the expense again? No. Just go to U.S. Mortgages and get our trademarked lowest rate for life product. It allows you to get your savings today and lock in at below market rates like our 4.75 5-year fixed that has a 5.89 APR.
Wait, 4.75% 5 years fixed?
Yes, and even if the market does improve further, great. We redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee, and there's no limit to the number of times you can use this. So stop waiting for rates to get better and wasting money. Lock in your savings now and know you're 100% protected with lowest rate for life. Call 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com. Rate must be locked by 9/16.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th, new Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto-pay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach By here. The year's biggest watch event is here. The annual watch fair at Hyde Park Jewelers, now the 1916 Company, is happening Friday, October 10th and Saturday, October 11th at the Cherry Creek Shopping Center. Discover the latest creations from the world's finest watchmakers. Explore the year's most talked about timepieces up close with hands-on access, brand representatives, and expert insights. Be among the first to explore cutting-edge designs, rare limited editions, and one-of-a-kind vintage timepieces. Plus, enjoy special 12-month financing, subject to credit approval. See store for details. Do not miss the ultimate watch experience at Hyde Park Jewelers, now the 1916 Company. Make your appointment today at the1916company.com for the annual watch fair happening Friday, October 10th and Saturday, October 11th at the Cherry Creek Shopping Center.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
What makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? Because they offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries, and they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Denver Sports Snapshot
on 104.3 HD2. Divisional playoff baseball action continues as Milwaukee faces Chicago starting at 3. Then on the Fan, Philadelphia faces LA starting at 7.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, just to continue a conversation that we were just having, we're supposed to be shifting this to something else. But
we got all day long. What we got? 3.5 hours?
Yeah, we got 3.5 hours. We're good. We'll get to everything. And if we don't, we'll just roll it over to tomorrow, like cell phone minutes in 2008.
Ooh.
All right, so it just sort of like organically is developing here. You sound like you are like putting a crown on Bo Nix.
I am for the Denver Broncos. I really am. I believe that he is the man. And I said this when things were going right for him last year, even when it wasn't going all that great for him last year. Something about him feels like he's going to refuse not to be great. And he's going to struggle. He's young.
See, I don't disagree with this.
Yeah.
I will bet on someone who is obsessive and maniacal and wired the way that Bo is, and I believe that he is going to be a franchise quarterback. But you sound like he's got that tag for you right now.
Yeah, I mean, look what he did last year against the Chiefs. He went down there. That was the game that we were like, you're either going to win because of a quarterback or with a quarterback. That was because of Bo. Now, they didn't win that game because of Alex Forsythe. I know I have to put his name out there again, but like that's the reasoning.
Bo was great and came through in the clutch.
Against a team that was just in the Super Bowl.
And was undefeated.
Bo did the exact same thing. Now, of course, it was rough for 3 quarters. That's going to happen in a 60-minute football game. You're not going to be perfect. I don't care who you are. You can be Tom Brady. You're not going to play 4 quarters of perfect football. But when it matters the most, can you have the ice in your veins? Can you move the ball down there and put your team in the best situation possible to win it?
Yeah.
Bo was able to do that against who? The Eagles, a Super Bowl winning team that was undefeated.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, here's where I'm just not there yet. I believe like Bo's going to get there, and I would bet on that. If he was a stock, I've already bought it. I'll buy more of it.
You like to be cautious, right? Like, but you want to see more.
I want to see more because you're pointing to moments, and you need moments. But what makes a franchise quarterback, it's so much more. What makes a franchise quarterback is the very thing that you're saying Bo Nix is lacking, and that's the consistency. That's what separates these franchise quarterbacks. And like, how many franchise quarterbacks are there currently in the NFL right now? Serious question. Is Tua a franchise quarterback?
No, he's not.
So Tua's not a franchise quarterback, but Bo after 20 games is?
Because for Tua Tua has had opportunities and he cannot execute. Now, he's been in there longer than Bo.
Yeah.
For Tua, at the beginning, yes, I believe that Tua was a franchise quarterback. Once he started to get hurt, the concussions, he wasn't able to win some big games. He wasn't able to have those drives, those moments. You tell me how many moments that you got to see, and I know we're not watching the Miami Dolphins, but how many moments you got to see with Tua?
I mean, he had some awesome moments here. I mean, he's had some awesome NFL moments.
He had some decent moments. He has. But I was also his teammate, so I got to see who he was even in the locker room. Not a bad guy. But was it a guy that commanded the huddle that I felt like he's taking his craft serious at that time? No. I didn't believe Tua was taking it serious. Now, he was with Brian Flores, and they both were butting heads, and they didn't like each other, and maybe that was the reason. But when you go in there, and for example, at one point, Matt Ryan was a franchise quarterback.
Yeah, definitely.
Matt
Ryan's the MVP of the NFL.
When I got with him, he was old.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't the same.
Mm-hmm.
But he still commanded that huddle like he was a franchise quarterback back in the day with the Falcons. So when you're around people like that, you start to feel this is what it feels like to be with a serious quarterback, to be with a quarterback that knows what he's doing, to be with a quarterback that has that ice in his veins and the moment's never too big for him. And that's how I feel about Bo. Bo's a guy that's going to take coaching. Bo's a guy that's going to go out there and make those plays. Now, of course, he's very inconsistent right now as a young quarterback, but they're there. Now, some of those plays are on Bo, and other plays, that's on his receivers not being on the same page. So until they can really get going, which takes time, even for Court, like that ball last Sunday, that should have been a catchable ball.
Of course,
the first quarter, third down, and it happens.
That's football.
It does. It happens. But the overthrows happen too. That's football.
Sure.
It's going to happen.
Sure. But I don't know if you could say someone's a franchise quarterback that is this early in the game. Like he has so much to prove. Like he's a franchise quarterback that hasn't been to a Pro Bowl, has not won a playoff game, is playing game number 23?
Yeah, 23.
And he's one of the most inconsistent quarterbacks in the league right now. He's got a completion percentage that ranks 25th. He's got 4 interceptions in 5 games. He's ranked.
But with the stats, you're watching the games. You see it too.
Right. No. So forget the stats.
Yeah. But throw the stats out.
You're watching these games, and Bo Nix is jumping off the page to you as a franchise quarterback
with
for 5 weeks.
Yeah, the moments. What he did last year.
No, but you can't be a franchise quarterback being that inconsistent with moments sprinkled in.
But also, we're talking.
That's not a franchise quarterback.
It's a 5-game sample size.
Yeah.
For this year.
Yes.
Once he starts turning it on, which it seems like he is getting ready to do, he's starting to settle down.
I believe he will.
And there's going to be games where he's not going to look good. I said it earlier. There's games where Peyton Manning didn't look good.
Of course, but those are the anomalies. The consistency, that's what, and I used to do the Mile High podcast with Earl Boykins.
Yeah.
And he would always say, consistency equals greatness.
Yeah.
Consistency equals greatness. And even if you're a 9-point per game player in the NBA, if you're consistently 9 points a game and you play in the league for 14 years, you had a great career.
Yeah.
So with Bo, it can't be inconsistency throughout, but with these moments sprinkled in, he has got to start putting things together, at least for me, before I'm labeling him franchise quarterback.
So explain to me this. What is a perfect game for Bo Nix? Because he's not going to go a game where he completes every single pass.
No.
He doesn't have
I'm not looking for perfection at all.
What would be considered a perfect game moving forward for Bo Nix, where it's like, okay, I see it now.
I'm not worried about any particular game. I'm so when you go into a game, it's like you're pretty sure you know what you're gonna get. And right now with Bo Nix, I can't say that. When I watch Lamar Jackson, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm gonna get. Pat Mahomes, pretty sure I know I'm going to get. Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, more often than not, Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott. Those guys are franchise quarterbacks. And I do not believe that Bo Nix right now, despite me believing he will get there, I do not believe he is side by side with those guys with that same label. Like Devontae Adams told PS2 3 years ago. He's just not there yet. He's just not there yet. And I believe he will get there.
You're saying that you believe if somebody's going to twist your words.
Okay. That's okay.
But no, you believe that he's going to get there. He's not there yet.
He's just not there yet. So
he is though.
He's not,
there.
though.
He's in the flesh. You're seeing him.
I
right?
am seeing him.
You may not
Hold on
believe
a
it,
second,
but you're
Phil.
looking at the man. The man's making the plays. Yes, he has to be consistent, but the people around him also have to be consistent.
Oh, my gosh.
Sean
Phil.
Payton has to be consistent,
Phil,
and
all
that
right.
just takes time.
All right. Here's what I'm going to do. And I'm going down the wrong path. I'm going down the wrong path because I'm going to put a poll out on Twitter here in the commercial break.
Said I'm going down the wrong.
No, I am, because I know what audience I'm talking to. And the audience I'm talking to is going to want to say Bo Nix is a franchise quarterback.
Well, not everybody. I mean, you
Not
know
everyone.
The text line,
Sure.
and people have been critical on Bo.
Sure. And there is, but we'll see what the results say. I'm just, you're...
You think I'm jumping the gun, and you're saying that you want to see more.
Just a little bit. For the very thing that you said Bo Nix needs the most, consistency. I do not believe you can have the label of a franchise quarterback and not be consistent. This offense is not consistent. Do I think they'll get there? I do. But for right now, that's where I'm at. But I'll put the poll out.
I'll put the poll
out. All right?
Put the poll
and
out.
we'll see what the people say. All right? It's going to be up on, I'm going to say X. Coming around.
Oh, okay.
I'm coming around. I'm going to put it out there on X, formerly
Not
Twitter.
your X's, the X.
Does Bo Nix already have the label of franchise quarterback? You follow me at Buysline. Phil is at ICU Boy. Okay. He's been overlooked, underrated, and underappreciated for years, yet the Broncos offense wouldn't be standing without him. That's next.
With Ben Powers expected to miss significant time, how should the Broncos fill the hole in their offensive line?
We paid him a lot of money, and we hope to develop somebody else that can fit in there. Palcho has been a guy that they've talked a lot about, but he's the swing tackle and the backup tight end, and maybe that's too valuable. I'd like to see him get a chance in there because I think he's a really good player. I think he could be a really, really good player for the Broncos.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity, and the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
Dental phobia? Consider sedation dentistry with Clarkson Dental. Their highly trained team will lead you through an exceptional dental experience from that first fearful call all the way through to aftercare. Call the most experienced sedation dentist and staff. Clarkson Dental, ColoradoSedation.com.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan today at 720-405-3300. That's 720-405-3300.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Advent Health is Littleton's home for highly specialized, life-changing heart care. From preventive screenings to personalized treatment options, it's heartfelt care from expert hands. The Advent Health Heart and Vascular Institute is now open, ready to provide wholehearted care for your whole health.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Attention taxpayers. If you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000 and they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated. Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-968-3159. 800-968-3159. 800-968-3159.
Priority Tax Relief. Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Drop that beat.
Oh.
Let's pop. Haven't done that in a while.
We care for the guy. He helped out at the end there. Got the Eagles win. I mean,
hell yeah, man.
Then against the Bengals, like, can he be consistent?
Yeah, and Bo, I believe, is on his way. We just disagree with where he's at in his current journey.
Yeah.
And so I put the question out on Twitter at Beisline. Little play on words. It's my last name, but it's what they used to say for years, a byline of an article. Who wrote the article? Hey. It would say, by Phillip Lindsay. I know you never wrote anything in your life, but you have papers.
You're right. I typed.
Bro, you missed AI by a decade. These kids have the AI write their paper, and they will tell it, write it in C- fashion.
But I thought teachers can detect that now.
Can they
have some kind of like machine that they put the words through to say, hey, like, is this real? Did they type this or not?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I heard at least. I might be making stuff up.
Okay. Well, dude, I'll tell you this. Like, I am starting to use a little bit of AI, and I can't believe it. Because I'm
Makes it so much easier.
I'm so freaked out by it. But like, I'm gonna coach my son's basketball team here starting in November, and I had AI write out my introductory email to all the parents. Like, I'm like, here are the 5 things that I need in this email, and they're like, it's like, hello parents, like
the
get ready for another basketball season.
All right, they will have a conditioning test. All right, the snacks must be there at all times.
Snacks are like the biggest deal at these things. You got to trade off by week, and if someone forgets the snacks,
who's the team mom? The wife?
Yeah, I guess probably. Yeah, probably.
You gotta have a team mom.
Something like that. Yeah, probably. But what the heck were we just talking about with AI?
You were talking about AI and how you were putting it into the computer to make it easy for yourself to shoot out to the parents.
Yes. Oh no, I'm sorry. I was saying about the school kids.
Yeah.
And that, like, you can literally tailor it to your own. Because like, if you just have it right in A form, and like someone like myself handed it in, it's like, man, you didn't write this. But if I can tailor it to like C+, but yeah, new era for sure. Okay, so we'll get back to the Bo Nick stuff. That question is, that poll question is up on Twitter right now. We'll get back to it here in a couple minutes and look at the early results. And I want to hear from these guys behind the glass as well, how they would vote on that poll. But I said going into the last break, he's been overlooked, he's been underrated, he's been underappreciated. Yet I don't believe the Broncos offense would be standing right now without him, because it's already disjointed to a degree, the offense. Now imagine this offense without Courtland Sutton, and I shudder to think what that would look like.
I'm not even going to try to close my eyes and imagine that. Courtland Sutton has been, we talk about consistency for Bo. Courtland Sutton is Mr. Consistency. You know what you're going to get out of him every single game. He's going to play hard. He's going to block his butt off. He's going to run the routes, and he has gotten better at running routes. Remember when we first started doing this job together, we would come in here and say, for Courtland Sutton, I'll say, Court is like that 50-50 ball kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't run good routes, and he doesn't break tackles. Well, now, I'm not going to say he's breaking tackles, but he's finding ways to get extra yards.
He is.
He's finding ways to get in and out of his breaks quicker, and he's being available not just down the field, but in the middle of the field. And in the short game, he's right there for a couple catches to move the chains. So he's doing everything he needs to do to be a true receiver one here, and it's be consistent in everything he does.
Well, just a hat tip for the way that he has handled his business, the way that he has produced. I mean, he's coming off an 8-reception, 99-yard game against the Super Bowl champions, against one of the best cornerbacks that the league has to offer. Truly, Quinyon Mitchell. If you covered up the uniforms and you covered up the logos and you covered up the name on the back of the jersey, you would not know that was one of the better cornerbacks in the NFL.
No.
Courtland Sutton humanized him.
You would think he's Riley Moss.
Oh, no, you did not.
You think Riley Moss is on the other side of that?
No.
I said it, you were thinking it.
We'll get to O'Reilly. We'll get to O'Reilly here later this afternoon, I hope. Sutton's coming off that 8-reception, 99-yard game. He's the 11th leading receiver in the NFL, 365 yards in 5 games, and that's with a stinker mixed in. Remember what game was that? Was it the Chargers game where he only had one reception?
Chargers game, he went off because you cautioned everybody that when
Oh,
Courtland,
yes.
Remember that? What was it?
It was the Colts game.
Yeah, it was the Colts because Courtland didn't. I think he had like 1 or 2.
1 catch for 6 yards.
All right. But you said something. You remember what you said?
Yep. I said, when we have seen Courtland struggle severely like that, the next game he responds. And the example I cited was the Saints game where he had, on Thursday Night Football, 0 targets and came back the next game and had 100 yards receiving. 6 yards against the Colts, came back against the Chargers, 6 receptions for $118 and a tutty.
And a lot of that has to do with Sean recorrecting things. Saying, hey, we didn't go to you and we didn't treat you right, but this next game we're gonna make a point to get you involved. Whether we're gonna game plan, we're gonna get people to have pick routes so that you can get open. Whatever we have to do to get you going, we will do, and that's exactly what Sean in the Denver Broncos offense and Bo Nix did against the Chargers with Courtland Sutton. And Courtland Sutton went over 100 yards because of that.
Yep, you'll love to see it. So 11th leading receiver in the NFL. He's 15th in receptions with 28. He's got 18 first downs in 5 games. That is the 6th best mark in the NFL. He's had 6 plays go for 20 yards or more. So, and I know he had the drop, but his reliability rating in general is fantastic. 11th leading receiver, 15th in receptions, 6th in first downs, explosive plays. He's checking that box, better than 1 a game. I mean, Courtland Sutton.
What more do you want the man to do? Paint your back porch? Walk your dog? He can pass.
He can pass.
He can pass.
Yes, he actually can pass. He was the one that threw that touchdown to Bo last year, wasn't he?
To Bo, and he was the one that did he throw the touchdown to Emmanuel, or
He
did
did.
Emmanuel throw the touchdown to him?
I think Sutton threw the touchdown to Emmanuel.
Okay, but and he also had that deep ball to Tim Patrick in the Vikings game. Because I remember going through that play throughout practice, and it was like a trick play, and we ended up pulling it out because we had Brendan Allen as our quarterback, so we needed a little spark, and Courtland Sutton threw a beautiful ball to Tim Patrick. Tim Patrick brings it down. I think we score on that drive, feeling good about ourselves. I mean, look at me. Flashbacks. We end up getting our butts whooped there in the end.
So, well, since we're here, I just had to check. Sutton has attempted 4 passes in his Broncos career for 4 completions.
All right.
My man's 4 for 4. Unbelievable.
He can pass.
Unbelievable. 4 for 4? Was he Caleb Lohner?
Oh.
Deep cut.
Oh.
Sutton. Here is Sean Payton. He was asked about Courtland Sutton's play under Sean Payton here in the last 3 years.
I can't speak from the prior, but man, he's got great work ethic. He's in great shape. He's super important to him. Like all the traits you look for in a player, he has. Let's talk about the physical skill set. You know, the size, catch radius. I love coaching him. The stuff that he's accomplished and will continue to is stuff that he works extremely hard on. You know, you're never surprised with him. You know, the catches he makes, how he plays, and just his approach from A to Z is fantastic.
I was laughed at when he signed his extension. I said, I think he's going to end up in the Ring of Fame. And I still believe that. All right, we'll circle back to some of that conversation a little bit later in today's show. Where are the Broncos' playoff chances after knocking off the Eagles? How about a projected record? How about chances of winning the AFC West after the rest of the division lost? We'll give you all those numbers next.
Who has been the offensive MVP for the Broncos this season?
I know coming into the season it was, hey, RJ Harvey could be the starter by week 5, or some people were saying, hey, he'll be the starter week 1. No. There is one bona fide running back on this football team. I'd be scared to think where the Broncos would be if they didn't have J.K. Dobbins.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Whoa. More fiber?
What?
Down here, buddy. It's me, your spoon. Constipation with belly pain still coming back?
Yeah.
Talk to your doctor. It could be irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, but Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Brandon Stokely here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Do you need a new furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump? ROX Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
The cost of everything is still out of control, and many of us are relying on credit cards to cover essentials. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. Americans collectively owe over $1 trillion in credit card debt. You might have considered reaching out to my friends at American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. Well, there's good news. They've created a smart equity loan, a solution designed to help you take control of your finances without touching your current mortgage. Unlike a HELOC, which can have very varied interest rates, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate. That means one predictable monthly payment, giving you peace of mind. This loan allows you to leverage the equity in your home to pay off high interest debt, free up your cash flow, and keep your existing low mortgage rate intact. It only takes 10 minutes to get started with no upfront or hidden fees. Call American Financing today and start saving now at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Bonnie from O'Meara Ford has convinced me they really want to earn your business. So, talk to me, Bonnie.
Well, O'Meara has over 1,000 vehicles to choose from. Plus, we have the largest service center in the region with 84 service bays. And we've sold 1 million vehicles since 1913. Our friendly staff will treat you right. And when it comes to repairs, our knowledgeable technicians do it right the first time.
There it is. O'Meara saves you time and money, whether you buy new or used. O'MearaFord.com.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, Dr. Joseph Ramos is both a doctor and a lawyer, combining legal and medical expertise. He can help. Ramos Law, the official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. RamosLaw.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Leading off with a big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute. Hanging out with you, and I genuinely mean that. Holy smokes. Said it to you during the break. That first hour, just a blur. A blur. Stepped into a portal at 2 o'clock, and 1 second later, it was 3.
Hey, we're having fun. Time flies.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Guess what I found out during the commercial break? That I am the reigning and defending King Super's fan football pick'em winner. Was not on my radar at all.
Relax, Zach. Nobody played. Everybody forgot about it. You're the only one to play.
Oh, I know. No, you're the only one who didn't play because everyone knows what the prize is.
You're right.
And it is a really nice gift card to King Supers.
I don't know why I continue to forget. You're supposed to help me out, man.
Telling you what, man. Telling you what. The points in my household, my wife takes care of this stuff. Points on the board.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's a 3-pointer right there.
Yeah, it's a 3. It's a 3. Where are the Broncos' playoff chances after knocking off the Eagles? How about a projected record? Chance of winning the AFC West? So we've been doing this segment for years, and switch the model. The New York Times, in conjunction with The Athletic, did this for years. I don't know why they're not doing it, but ESPN does a really good job. Obviously, you know, they have a ton of resources, and they have this Football Power Index, the FPI.
No, you're not paying for this anymore, are you?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
Right.
So the Football Power Index, they collect every data point known to man in the game of football, and they simulate the season thousands of times, and then it spits out the new updated projections, you know, week by week. And these are the definition of fluid. So it ain't gospel here, folks. But it's been fun through the years to check in on these numbers, all right? So last week when we did this, the projected record from ESPN's FPI was 9-8 for the Denver Broncos as they sat there at 2-2. After slaying the dragon that is Philadelphia in Philly for the first time in a very long time, the new projected record for the Denver Broncos is 10 wins, 7 losses, Phil.
10 wins, 7 losses. All right, so we're moving up. Still not acceptable. I'm not accepting that. Looking at the schedule and who we're getting ready to play, all right, it's a very favorable schedule. We got the Jets, who are 0-5. Now, of course, they're NFL teams. We know that. We learned our lesson the first game of the year against the Tennessee Titans, that if you mess around and you let a team in, an NFL team stick around, they may end up beating you. So with that being said, Denver needs to handle business. But it's a favorable schedule moving forward for the next month or so if you handle business. So 10-7, yes, we're getting there. I'm looking at least 11 games now. we're winning at least 11 games. You just knock off the Super Bowl champs. You could have, honestly, you could be 5-0 if things would have went your way and you would have done things a little bit differently. If Bo Nix, like you said earlier, was a little bit more consistent on hitting his receivers for a touchdown against the Chargers, not making that mistake against the Colts with the interception. You're looking at
leverage
a
call.
leverage call.
I mean,
you're sitting there and we're looking pretty right now.
Or at least 4-1.
At least 4-1.
But 3-2, here's where the Broncos sit. And look, that's the way that it fell. All right. And it is what it is. You can't go back and change the past.
How do you feel about the 10-7? Do you after beating the Eagles and everybody's feeling good about themselves?
Yeah.
Is this more of a 11-win team or 10-7 kind of where it's at? Because I want to say that you were around 10-7.
I was 10-7. Yeah. And I think I agree with you. I think this is an 11-win football team. Now, you have to stay focused and handle your business, and you can't be listening to me and you right now and, take your foot off the gas. But, yeah, I mean, this should be a team that at minimum, should be 5-2 by the end of Week 7 with a win over the Jets in London and a win over the Giants at home. So, I mean, that's at a minimum. Because you have Dallas at home after that.
That's the Dallas Cowboys though. They're a scary team because Dak is playing great football. You have Javonte Williams who's running the heck out of that football as well. He's number 3 in rushing right now.
You scared of Javonte?
I mean, Javonte, he's making a point that he's tired of what you and I were talking about.
That's very true. That's very true. But Dallas, I know what you're saying, that Dallas can be scary, but.
And it's an NFL team.
It's of course, and it's a franchise quarterback, and Dak is doing for the Cowboys right now what Burrow was doing for the Bengals last year. But like this sentence unto itself, do the Dallas Cowboys scare you?
No, because Dallas is still losing. Like they're still losing. CeeDee Lamb is out. I don't know when he's coming back. Javonte is doing well, but how long is that going to last? When you know that CD's out, you're going to load the box, you stop the run, you force him to go to Pickens.
Yeah, Pickens. No, wait, hold on. Nope. Pickens, right? George Pickens?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pickens.
Go. All you have to do is go to Pickens. So now it's like you're one-dimensional. And, yeah, I'm not scared of Dallas. None of us should be scared of Dallas, but you respect them.
Sure. So that's the updated win total. 10-7, according to ESPN's Football Power Index. Playoff chances. Now, I'm getting excited here.
Playoffs.
I'm getting excited because we've been updating you on this weekly. And 2 weeks ago, the Broncos, when they were, 1-2 after the first 2?
Yep. Beat Tennessee, lost to the
Colts and Chargers, yep. They had a playoff probability when we did this segment 2 weeks ago at 49%. Last week when we did this, it was up to 53% playoff likelihood. As we sit here today, the Broncos' playoff chances, I am thrilled to report, are up from 53% to 68% likelihood.
That's what I'm talking about. And everything's right in front of you. You got to go to London. You're in London right now having a good time, but you still have to stay focused. You beat the Jets. What does it go to? What does the probability probably go to? Right? You go up to maybe 70%.
Yeah, I
60.
mean, well, if it's 68 right now, if they win against the Jets on Sunday, this thing is definitely in the 70s. Maybe 71, 72%.
Then you win at home. Let's just say you handle business against the Jets. You win at home against the Giants. This is where it's like a favorable schedule for you.
Yeah. It's a soft spot in the schedule that you have to handle business. And if they win the next 2 and you're already at 68% playoff likelihood right now here on a Wednesday, you win your next 2 and you're 5-2, this thing is going to be 79% likelihood you're going to be in the playoffs. Because this isn't just in a vacuum with the Denver Broncos. This is considering the rest of the AFC as well. And so when you have a Bengals team without Burrow that's under 500 after 5, when you have a Ravens team that was projected to win 11 games and they're 1-4.
Oh, that's insane, Zach. I don't even know what to say about that.
Houston, Houston, who I bet before the season started to win the AFC South, that's a loss of $100. They're 2-3 because the Colts and Jags are 4-1. And you have a team like Kansas City who after 5 games is under 500. We thought the Raiders would be improved. They're 1-4. They look like dog water. So, I mean, this is really, really exciting, Phil. It's really exciting.
It's about timing. And right now for the Denver Broncos, everything is aligning well for them, just like last year. It was all the green lights that they were getting with these teams that had the injuries, and Denver was able to stay healthy.
Yep.
Well, now across the AFC, the teams that you think are supposed to do good, they're not doing well right now. But then you do have the Colts that you have to watch out for. You already got beat by them. Jacksonville looks really good, man.
They do.
And
I'm
we play
impressed.
them.
Yep, I'm impressed.
We play them, and later on down the line, was it?
It's
the end of the year?
Yeah, week 16.
Week 16. So no telling what they're going to look like.
But I'll just mention this and just real quickly in passing. The fact that game is on December 21st and not September 21st is a big deal with a Florida team coming into December weather in Colorado. Pack a coat, fellas.
Come to the cold.
Yeah.
Make a couple snow angels, some snowmen.
I like that. I like that placement of that Jacksonville game. So real quickly in review before we give you the next installment, the Broncos' projected record, according to ESPN's FPI, their analytical model, is 10-7. The playoff chances went from 53% last week up to 68% this week. And now the division that you told me was a wrap because it was a must-win and they lost it
Look at
in week 3.
I mean, hey, the Chargers are still up there.
The chances that the Broncos win the division for the first time since Peyton Manning was quarterbacking this club last week was 15%. But the Broncos beat the Super Bowl champions and the Chiefs lost and the Raiders lost and the Chargers lost. The Broncos' chances to win the AFC West went from 15% and more than doubled up to 35% currently, and it's tight, but currently, according to ESPN's analytics, the favorite now to win the division.
Ooh, the favorite.
By a hair.
So it's in this one, is it between the Chargers and the Broncos?
I'll give you the exact numbers here in a second. They're all jumbled in there. Okay. The Chiefs, the Broncos, I'll give them to you right here. So this is the chance to win the division, okay? The Broncos have a 35% chance. The Chiefs have a 31% chance. The Chargers have a 33% chance. So it is tight. 31%, 33%, and the Broncos leading the pack by a nose at 35%.
See, this is where you hope that Sean doesn't jinx us when it comes to the health. Because when you look around the league, specifically in our division, people are getting banged up. For the Raiders, the tight end's banged up.
Brock
Bowers is banged up, and we don't know when he's going to kind of be 100%. For the Chiefs, they're missing two receivers. They're missing 2 receivers, and even if Worthy is out there, he's not healthy. He popped that shoulder out that Travis Kelce caused, and he's not going to ever be the same this year until he goes and gets it fixed. You go to the Chargers, they're just banged up.
They're a mess. They're a mess.
They have no running backs.
Nope.
They're down 2 key offensive linemen.
Defensively,
they're hurting.
Mekhi Becton and Joe Alt.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like they're dealing with a bunch of injuries, and it's only going into week 6.
Right.
Which is crazy. And the Denver Broncos are fairly healthy. Now, of course, Ben Powers is out for a couple months. All right, we haven't got to watch Dre Greenlaw at all yet, but you still have your quarterback. You still have your core together. Your defense is still there. Now, knock on wood that they can stay healthy. And Sean, in the month of October, does a really good job of winning games. And he's going to have his team ready to go, and they're going to peak at the right time. Like, this right here is for the taking for the Denver Broncos.
It really is, Phil.
It's crazy.
It really is. They cannot have a slip up here. They cannot have one of these, quote-unquote trap games. It can't work like that. And by the way, Sean Payton was asked about that earlier today from London.
No, each week it's the ability to refocus on the next challenge, and I think oftentimes the games are won and lost right here today, tomorrow. and Friday. These guys understand in our league it's different than college. We're not getting a chance to play a 1AA or FCS school. These are all professional teams, and we'll handle it that way.
So he is not like he's got these dudes walking a straight line.
But what you say earlier a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about this team in general, and you're like, hey, this is not a young team. Like, this team is an older team that has been through more than we know or we're thinking. But then you add additions like Evan Ingram, like Hufanga, who have done it before, who have had a little bit of success. For Bo Nix, all Bo Nix knows right now is win more than lose. Truly, he was 10-7 last year, so he won more than he lost last year.
Mm-hmm.
He's on top as of right now.
Yep.
In Oregon, he was winning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all he knows right now is like win. This is what it feels like to win. Now, Sean has won a Super Bowl. He has had really good football teams with the Saints. He knows how to win. He knows what it feels like to win. And that's why I don't think that they're going to have a slip up because Sean's going to be on them. You got Cortland Sutton that's like, hey, you guys aren't going to mess my moment up. I've been on this team from the start when we were dog water, like you like to say, when we were just not good. And now I get an opportunity to win, an opportunity to go back to the playoffs, and maybe even try to get to a Super Bowl. Let's stay focused, fellas. Because at some point, I'm going to be done playing. Bo Nix is going to be done playing, and you don't want to look back at this and say, dang, we had an opportunity and we didn't take advantage of it because we were having fun in London. Instead of focusing on the game and being an 0-5 team. The Jets that we're talking about.
Right. Here's a little bit more from Sean Payton on how the team will respond after such a big win in Philly.
I understand the significance of last week's win relative to the opponent, and they're all units, and the first objective is to win the division. The second is to improve your seeding, and then last, play for a championship. That hadn't changed. So, just as we try to digest a loss and then flip the page, the same has to be said, with the win. So I think we have the right makeup and leadership to understand where the focus needs to be this week. I like that we're over here. I couldn't tell you or point in the direction where the hotel is, and that's fine. I'm still trying to figure out how to get around in the hotel, but it's the perfect setup. I like coming over here.
It's the perfect setup. I like coming over here. He talked about no sightseeing, none of that stuff. And I heard Stokes say this morning, and I think he's right. And I'm curious what you think as a former player. This might be the actual perfect sequence where on paper it before the season maybe not of like you're gonna go from Monday Night Football, being on a short week, traveling to the East Coast for an early start, which has been historically bad for the Broncos, and it's the world champions who are undefeated. And then from there you're gonna go right to London. But that was on paper before this thing started. Now that we're living through it, you slayed that dragon. If you came home, it's like almost like a celebration. Yeah. Like it's like you just did a really awesome thing. But the fact that they didn't have even a hiccup to do that, they go right to London in the middle of nowhere. They are literally in the middle of nowhere. The videos are popping up on social and 9 News and our guy Mike Klitz, like they are in a sleepy town. There's not much to do.
Sean did that. Was it against the Jets? Where he had them go out there and
West Virginia.
West Virginia. Was that the Jets?
Yeah, yes.
Or was that Tampa?
In between Tampa and the Jet game, I think.
Yeah, where it's like, hey, we're not going back home. Like we're going out there early. We're gonna stay in a hotel the whole week. Nobody's gonna be around. I talked to some players about that, and they said, man, it sucked in there. Like literally, it was like a college town without the students.
Right.
And all we had was like each other.
Sure.
Play some card games.
Yep.
And focus on film.
Yep.
Well, that's what they're doing in London as well. Like they're with each other 24/7, focusing on film, getting to know each other more like they were able to do it last year, and it's going to help them out. Now, of course, some of them are going to have their family and whatever, but you're a professional. You're a pro. You're there to win a football game. You can go in the offseason. You can come back to London. You're getting paid enough to do that.
Of course.
So focus on this football game because there's a lot riding on it. Even when you're going against the Jets who are 0-5, this is about building momentum. And notice that Sean didn't change his thought process of, hey, win these games, win the division, get a higher seed in the playoffs, and the ultimate goal is still a damn Super Bowl. That's how he feels still, which is great for your coach to still feel that way.
So safe to say you actually like the London game following the okay.
I love it, Zach. I mean, like you're with your boys. That's it.
Yep.
All right, like there's no distractions. What are you gonna do about it? You go out there and you perform. Get to know each other. Learn about each other. This is the time to do it. We don't get to do that as much as men as you get older anyway.
Sure,
you know
sure.
how that is.
Yeah, I do.
Like you're in an atmosphere where you get to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So do it.
Yep. No, I like it. I really like it in a way that I did not see coming, like for myself. But I think it's perfect. Feels like almost like the old school training camp when you're away from everyone.
Yeah.
And just stay focused on the task at hand. I think the Jets are in very big trouble. I think they are in very, very, very big trouble on Sunday morning. And I hope I'm right about that. Couple more things. So I told you the projected record according to ESPN's Football Power Index analytical model, where they collect every data point known to man and they simulate the season thousands of times. The new Broncos projected record, 9-8 last week, 10-7 this week. Playoff chances, 53% last week, 68% this week. Winning the division, 15% last week, all the way up to a division-leading 35% likelihood for the Broncos. Now making the divisional round of the playoffs. The Broncos have a 39% chance to be playing on divisional weekend. That is incredible. What are the chances that the Broncos make the AFC Championship game? Again, this is fluid. This is just the analytics. This is just the math, the numbers. The Broncos have a 20% chance to play in the AFC Championship game.
They're not messing around. Like beating the Eagles changed everything. Like the feeling in the air here for Broncos country, for those guys in the building, for the coaching staff, but also people around the NFL world. Like now they're like, hey, the Denver Broncos are for real.
Yeah.
Like maybe Sean's not as crazy as we think. Maybe Sean's onto something. Maybe not. But right now, I'm choosing to believe that Sean's onto something because he's done it before in his career.
Well,
Here's one.
Take it a step further. 39% chance to make the divisional round of the playoffs. 20% chance to play in the AFC Championship game. The Broncos have a 10% chance to play in the Super Bowl this year.
And what was it, 5%?
It was 4.9% last week. Yeah, so it's doubled.
10.
And the chance, according to ESPN's FPI, that the Denver Broncos win the Super Bowl is 5%, up from 1% last week. So, holy smokes. Holy smokes.
It's getting real.
It's getting real.
It's getting hot in here. I'm not going to say the rest of it.
Yeah, keep your clothes on. Chad from Arvada says, hey, guys, love the show. I'm heading to London tonight. Can't wait to kick the Jets' butt. On my way to the airport. He says, couple road beers. Now, take it easy, bud.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Wait till you get there.
Take it easy. All right. That's great, man. That's great. If you want to react to any of that conversation, you can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line. Just to follow up, because I said we would follow up on it, and it's still very early, so,
You trying to take a victory lap?
Well, no, we'll see. I'm just checking it right now. So we got into an organic conversation in the first hour whether Bo Nix already has the label of franchise quarterback. And I still think there's work to be done, despite me believing that he'll get there. You believe he already has the label of franchise quarterback. So I put the poll out on Twitter 38 minutes ago. It has 287 votes. It's framed like this. Question for Broncos country. In your opinion, does Bo Nix already have the label of quote-unquote franchise quarterback, or is there still work to be done? This puppy's close.
Is it close?
Yes, he's a franchise quarterback. Currently has 47% of the vote. No, not just yet. Currently has 53% of the vote. So this is, really close. Fellas behind the glass, Dante Gomez and Drew Spivak. Drew, starting with you. Does Bo already have the label franchise quarterback? Do you agree with Phil, or are you there with me that not quite yet?
Not even remotely close.
Oh.
Not even remotely. You can't be awful for 3 quarters and be awful for the vast majority of the season so far and be a franchise quarterback. Now, do I think Bo can get there? Yeah, I still think he can get there, but I think we are a long ways away from him being there.
Dante Gomez.
I still think we got some room to go. I'm not like Drew. I think it's close. I think a playoff win this year would seal it for me. basically, yeah. I think that's all I need to see. Just one playoff win either this year or next year if you want to win 2. That would also work.
All right. That's a litmus test here at the show. I love ganging up on Phil.
Look at the body, all three of you guys. All three of you guys. Again.
Well, Phil, I give you my bar. I don't know. Do you want to do this now?
Let's wait on it because
Okay.
I like that. We'll use that as a resource later in the show because there is Dante has a bit of a litmus test that I think is fair, and we'll talk about it as it relates to Bo and what you'd be willing to give him right now. Okay. You want to weigh in on that? RamosLaw.com. Text line 303-713-1043. The Broncos are across the pond this week. What does Denver's history in London tell us? What about Sean Payton's history in London? We'll pass along those facts coming up next.
Did the Broncos unlock a new weapon during their win over the Eagles?
The best thing we learned from this game against the Eagles is they can beat anybody. The second best thing may be they figured out Evan Ingram. This is just the beginning of Evan Ingram taking over and being the Joker that we all thought he could be.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Touchdown! That's right, Broncos country. Football is back. Summer is officially over, and that means it's all about the game days. Whether you're heading to Empower Field or traveling up to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime and the Buffs, you know you need to get there on time and in style. And speaking of the Bronco games, you can get 30% off of your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for the entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30 when you book your luxury transportation. Again, mention that code PL30 when you book your luxury transportation to Empower Field. And let my friends at Hermes Worldwide handle all the traffic and parking hassles. They'll get you to and from the game safely so you can focus on the important stuff, like making as many memories as you can with your family and friends. All you have to do is call Hermes Worldwide today at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, you can give them a call today at 303-577-7600 or visit them at ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
CU fans, keep your fix going with Denver Sports CU Football Post-Game Recap. Available every home game exclusively on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Presented by Corwin Toyota Boulder. Family driven for over 100 years.
Is an IRS tax problem keeping you up at night? Well, join Todd from Advanced Tax Solutions for a free online workshop at 5:30 on Wednesday, October 8th. Todd will cover the 7 solutions to fix an IRS problem and get you on your way to having clarity and a plan with a licensed professional guiding your way. In this free workshop, he'll cover things like when will the taxes expire? It's actually possible this could just go away. You'll learn the IRS program to permanently settle your debt for less than you owe and several other important answers that will help you take control of your IRS problem. Todd will teach you what you need to know to get out of debt with the IRS for good and build a future you can be proud of. Don't pass up this free workshop with a licensed professional with 30 years of IRS resolution experience. So reserve your spot now by calling 303-753-6040. Again, 303-753-6040, Advanced Tax Solutions.
Fall means football, and at Postman Law, we know winning matters. Our attorneys have won more than $3 billion for our clients, delivering the results they need when life gets tough. Car crash, workplace injury, serious accident, we know the insurance company's playbook, and we're here to help rewrite it for you with speed, ease, and results. Call 844-POSTMAN or visit postmanlaw.com. Others promise. Postman delivers. This is attorney advertising.
Why wait for the weekend? Twin Peaks is serving up scratch-made food and pouring cold drinks every night after dark. Come experience the best late night in the league, any day of the week, only at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Do you want the lowest rate for life? Get our 4.75 5-year fixed. APR is 5.89.
Did you say 4.75% fixed for 5 years?
Yes.
Yeah, I want that, but what if rates fall?
Our lowest rate for life program takes over. If rates fall even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee and no limits to the number of times used. Only at U.S. Mortgages. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name. and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Whether it's kickoff, halftime, or the final drive, fuel your football season at Dickey's Barbecue Pits. Order the Two Can Dine for $29.99 deal. Two meat plates stacked with pit smoke flavor. Or go for the new Triple Play Combo. A classic sandwich, savory side, and a big yellow cup for just $12.99. No matter who you're rooting for, great barbecue is always a win. Dickey's Barbecue Pit, legit. Texas barbecue.
Hey guys, it's Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors. Right now, they've got a great deal on windows, so take advantage before the snow starts falling. Order your windows in October, finance your project with them, and you won't pay anything until November of 2027. Be warm during the holidays. Don't wait to upgrade your home. Order windows or siding from 5280 Exteriors before the cold weather arrives. Call 5280 Exteriors now and see how low your monthly payment can go. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com. Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, the Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
All right, let's come off the top rope with it. 1. All righty. The Broncos in London this weekend. What does Denver's history in London tell us? What about Sean Payton's history in London? So last time the Broncos played in London, it was 2022 in a win over Jacksonville. The leading rusher that day was Latavius Murray. The leading receiver that day was Greg Dulcich with 87 yards in 2022. Denver also played in London in 2010. They lost to the San Francisco 49ers. The quarterback was Kyle Orton. Leading rusher was Noshawn Marino. And the leading receiver with 169 yards receiving was Brandon Lloyd. When he was at the peak of his powers, there was few better in the NFL. Brandon Lloyd.
I didn't realize that in 2010 we went to London. The Denver Broncos went to London.
Long time ago.
Yeah, it has been a long time ago. Orton and Lloyd, and then of course Noshawn.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then Sean Payton. So the Broncos 1-1 in London. Sean Payton 2-0 in London as the Saints head coach. So there's some familiarity there with Sean, and I think that this could actually be beneficial because you have someone that has gone through this experience and this sequence twice, and Aaron Glenn is literally doing everything for the first time as a first-time head coach in New York. This could be a low-key real advantage for the Broncos.
Oh, it's going to be a big-time advantage because Sean knows how to run a team in London. But also, the team knows that this is important for them to get on a streak where you have the Jets that are just down and out. They're 0-5. They know they're not going to the playoffs. So for them, it's fun. We're going to London. We're going to have fun. We're going to go to the bars. They're going to go to the clubs. Was it Jacksonville that had players get arrested when they were in London?
I think so. And they've been there a lot. That's like their second home.
That is, yeah. So for the Jets, don't get in trouble. But, like, that's what they're looking for. They're looking at this as fun. And I know Sean is on the plane telling them this is a business trip.
Yep.
This is a business trip. I know how it goes. I've been here twice, and I've won twice because people listen to me. So.
And you were scheduled to go to London, right? Weren't you scheduled to go to London?
So for me, we were going to go to London during the COVID year, and I was actually going to go early. They always have a player go early just to so they can show them, like, this is what it's going to look like, have a little fun. So I was going to go early. They elected me to go and be the guy, and I could bring a family member.
Really? So you were like a scout, like an advanced scout.
For sure,
yeah.
and have a little fun on the off season or in the off season. But COVID hit, and I was able to do it. We ended up playing the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta instead of going to London, and so it messed things up for me, man.
Well, this is also on paper a Jets home game. So the Broncos go to London, but they don't lose a home game. So we'll see how real that advantage is when the clocks hit zeros on Sunday morning.
1, 2.
All right. The NFL, or the Cardinals, really. The Cardinals are fining head coach Jonathan Gannon $100,000 for his sideline altercation with his young running back. What did you make of that visual, that sequence that happened on the?
Some people may not know what you're talking
about.
Yeah,
so this young quarterback, Amari DeMarcado, he was the latest guy. Why this keeps happening, I have no worldly idea, but he was the latest to drop a football as he's crossing the goal line, and the touchdown doesn't count.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Gannon went up and yelled in his face, and it looked like he gave him a little punch.
Yeah, or like a slap to the stomach. You can't do that, Zach. As a coach, or just any man in general, you don't touch anybody. You don't touch another grown man, even though you're mad. And your job is on the line, because that's why you're upset. Like, you have a chance to beat the Tennessee Titans. You get beat by them, by the way, because of that. You're now you may get fired later on down the line because of something like this, where you didn't beat the Titans. So, but you don't ever go and touch anybody. Don't ever go and touch somebody. He touches this young man, and now he's being fined for it. He's lucky he didn't get punched.
Dante Gomez, big Cardinals fan. What did you make of that sequence there?
I think Gannon's heart was in the right place, and I think, he needed to fire up DeMarcado there, but I think it's just a bad visual on you have 50 or 70,000 people in the stands. You have another couple million watching on TV. I think just to do it publicly like that was not the way to go about it.
Yeah, he should have hit him behind closed doors.
DG said he said his heart was in the right place, but he should have done it somewhere else.
Well, $100,000 fine, man. That's a big boy fine from the Cardinals.
1, 2, 3.
All right, question here for Drew and Dante and you, Phil. So something just happened here in the previous commercial break. and it's hilarious. Phil, for the second time in 2 weeks, forgot his credit card in the vending machine.
Yeah.
So it's just sticking out. All right.
It's just beeping.
So we told Phil next time he wants to go get something out of the vending machine, someone needs to bring him.
Ask permission?
Yes. Like an elementary school kid using the bathroom. He's going to walk you down the hall, make sure everything's okay. But serious question. What if you were going to lose one of the following two things, what would you rather lose? Your wallet or your phone?
I'm going to go.
So, I guess the way to frame it, what would be the thing that you would
cherish the most,
want to keep
and
not be without? Is it your wallet and your license and your credit cards and debit cards and all that stuff? Or is it your cell phone and everything that comes with that?
Give me my wallet. Give me my wallet. The cell phone can go. I can go to the store, get that in a jiffy. But the wallet, with the credit cards, you're going to have to call your bank. You're going to have to get new credit cards that are going to have to come in the mail. Your license, you're going to have to go back to the DMV, take another picture, wait in that long-ass line. I'm good. Give me my wallet.
So you'd rather lose your phone?
Yeah, I lose my phone all the time.
Drew?
Phil, at the rate you're going, you're going to be at the DMV and calling the credit card company tomorrow. Come on now, but no.
Credit card.
No, for me, honestly, I'd be screwed either way because, as you can tell, my phone and wallet are one and the same. So I'd be kind of screwed either way if I lose this.
If you were to separate, though, the old traditional.
I'd probably be more concerned if I lost my wallet. Well, no, actually, probably my phone. Because I could easily cancel my credit cards via my phone on my apps and stuff like that. So I'd be more concerned if I lost my phone than my wallet.
Dante?
Yeah, I can't lose my phone. That would be too big of a
Yes,
struggle.
you-
I mean, like, how do you even get home at that point? You need to call the Uber or whatever. You need to call your buddy to come pick you up. If you lose your wallet, you can still use your Apple Pay on your phone or whatever. You can use cash. You can order the new cards, everything's online. You order the new, card online. You order the new license online. It'll be there in a week.
I left my wallet in my wife's car for like a period of 3 days, and I was forced to get the Apple Pay going. Holy smokes. How convenient is Apple Pay?
I don't know how to do it. Is it easy?
Phil, it's insane. Once you get it going, you just literally double tap the phone, double tap the side of the phone, and put it towards a credit card reader. And I'm telling you, I went to the Air Force game last weekend. I brought my son. And I'm getting out of the car. I'm putting my stuff in my pockets. I'm like, I don't need my wallet. I don't need my wallet. And left it in a locked car. But the Apple Pay, most convenient thing ever.
There's also this cool thing called Venmo. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's not 2018 anymore.
Of course, Venmo.
Just making sure you know.
I Venmo you every single week.
I know.
Yeah,
not every single
football
week.
picks. And then you Venmo me because I win every single week.
We're gonna start taking that away.
Yeah. Phil
cannot know more about college football than us.
You told on yourself. So you drive without a license. I see how you are.
Well, now you can put the real ID on your phone.
Yeah, the digital license or whatever. Yeah.
How about that?
I do have that.
Well, all right. That might be another poll on Twitter. All right. There's something the Broncos overcame on Sunday, but need to fix it in a hurry if they want to keep their winning ways. That's next.
As the Broncos hype train picked up speed after the win in Philadelphia.
You got Sean Payton. You got freaking Bo Nix, guys. Get on board or get left behind. Those are the only two options. Get on board or get left behind.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach By here. The year's biggest watch event is here. The annual watch fair at Hyde Park Jewelers, now the 1916 Company, is happening Friday, October 10th and Saturday, October 11th at the Cherry Creek Shopping Center. Discover the latest creations from the world's finest watchmakers. Explore the year's most talked about timepieces up close with hands-on access, brand representatives, and expert insights. Be among the first to explore cutting-edge designs, rare limited editions, and one-of-a-kind vintage timepieces. Plus, enjoy special 12-month financing. Subject to credit approval. See store for details. Do not miss the ultimate watch experience at Hyde Park Jewelers, now the 1916 Company. Make your appointment today at the1916company.com for the annual watch fair happening Friday, October 10th and Saturday, October 11th at the Cherry Creek Shopping Center.
Attention taxpayers. If you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000 and they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated.
Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-968-3159. 800-968-3159. 800-968-3159.
Priority Tax Relief. Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR, AdvancedHair.com.
I should have had Done Right do it. Don't be that person that says this after ordering your remodeling project. Hi folks, Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. Simply put, we make people happy by being particular, just like you. 800-362-8370.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
More fiber and laxatives, eh? Who are you? I'm future you. Future me? Constipation with belly pain still coming back? Our doctor figured it out. It's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Tune in to Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
The song may be dedicated to Bill Belichick. Dude, Dante Gomez just told us during the break. Holy smokes. North Carolina is, I believe, 6 games into the season? 5 games into the season?
Yep.
And they are discussing a potential buyout of Bill Belichick's contract.
And wasn't his contract like $50 million?
Yeah.
$50 million, so they would have to pay 40 because you would think that they would let him finish the season out, right?
Yeah.
And then pay the rest off.
I mean, this is nuts. And this is being reported. I'm reading from Yahoo right now that there is rumors that well, it was from 24/7's Andrew Jones, 24/7 Sports Andrew Jones, that, quote, potential exit strategy discussions took place regarding Belichick's future at North Carolina. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that this thing is a wrap right now, but they are having, quote, preliminary conversations. Wow.
I just don't understand with Bill Belichick in general, like, why would you take on a job in college?
It's weird. It's always been weird.
The type of coach that you are, your mentality, your personality, it doesn't match college football and young kids. And then you go out there and you don't look good. Your team isn't good. They're poorly coached. Like, they really are. They have some money, so they were able to get some of these players to come into the building because of the money.
Right.
And yet they're losing. Man.
Who is this? Who is this? Ali Conley? Do we know who that is? Because I don't know. Let's see here. Can you just pull up his profile if you don't mind? But he says, per sources, Bill Belichick has discussed buyout options with North Carolina's hierarchy. Belichick has signaled a willingness to trigger his own $1 million buyout if he can find a soft landing with another team or in media. Wow.
It's not going to be with another team.
Wow.
Get ready for media.
Wow. I mean, you talk about what this is like Nathaniel Hackett microwaved failure. That is nuts.
For you, when he was hired by North Carolina, how'd you feel like it was going to go? What was your official thought?
I thought it was strange. I thought the whole thing was weird. That you're getting into this brand new space that is evolving at a pace that is hard to even keep up with, and you have no frame of reference with anything. And
Isn't that why Nick Saban got out of the game?
Yeah.
Because it was just too much. The NIL money, the kids, and just having to – it was just different. And for Nick Saban, he was done with it. He was tired of dealing with young kids. Bill Belichick said, I want to deal with the young kids because I got a young girlfriend. That's bizarre and crazy.
His decision-making these last couple of years are incredible. And that writer I just referenced, Ali Conley, is a writer for The Guardian. So, wow. And there's more. Let me read here. So he says, Bill Belichick has discussed buyout options with North Carolina's hierarchy. Belichick has signaled a willingness to trigger his own $1 million buyout if he can find a soft landing spot with another team or in media. Members of Belichick's coaching staff have already spoken to other schools that are expected to be in college football playoff about taking on roles during the postseason. From one coach, quote, the rats are leaving the ship, end quote. Some staffers believe a change will come within 2 weeks. Reports of serious recruiting violations remain under investigation at North Carolina. Recruiting and practice violations have already been proven by the school, according to multiple sources. Using recruit violations to knock down a coach's buyout has become standard practice. If Belichick cannot find a landing spot to trigger his own buyout, he's expected to accept a greatly reduced, compromised rate. Belichick's communication with his staff in the past 2 weeks has been described as, quote, weird and, quote, distant by multiple members of North Carolina's coaching staff. Multiple coaches were unable to get a hold of him during UNC's bye week. From one UNC defensive assistant, quote, what we've done to these kids is bleeped up, end quote.
Wow.
Oh, my.
Bill Belichick.
This has gone about as bad as you could have imagined, and we are just about halfway through his first college season.
You know what? Like, I'm so surprised that there hasn't been kids already there that are getting on these podcasts talking about it.
Yeah, I'm sure and now that this is out, I'm sure you're going to hear a lot of it. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Whoa. Okay. That's going to be a huge story here in the next couple hours as that is just coming out. So I said going into the last break, there's something the Broncos overcame on Sunday, but they need to fix it in a hurry if they want to keep up their winning ways. All right? Broncos finished with 12 flags thrown on them for 122 yards in Philly. Here are their accepted penalty totals this season per game. Week 1, 6 penalties for 45 yards. Week 2, 8 penalties for 83 yards. Week 3, 10 penalties for 70 yards. Week 4, 7 penalties for 72 yards. Week 5, 12 penalties for 122 yards. The Broncos have allowed 411 yards of penalties. That's second most in the NFL, Phil, according to NFLpenalties.com. 52 total flags in 5 games. Over 10 a game, fourth most in the NFL. Broncos have 14 pre-snap penalties. That's inside the top 10 in the wrong type of way.
See, the pre-snap penalties, that's between you. That's between you holding, they call it holding your water. Holding your water, like waiting for things to develop. Thinking things through. Playing smart football. Being disciplined. That's all that is. And the Denver Broncos are a very undisciplined team when it comes to the penalties.
Yes, they are.
It hurt them in the Chargers game.
It did.
Because it kept Justin Herbert on the field. You're giving a really good, a top 5, top 6 quarterback more opportunities to make you pay. Like, come on. It hurt you in the Colts game for sure. That's why you lost the game.
Definitely.
You were able to beat Philly because Philly shot their own self in the foot. But if you continue to do this, you're not going to win these games. Even the games that you should win, you're going to be in a battle because you're you're being penalized because you had 122 yards worth of penalties.
It's insane. I can't. If you had told me that before the game, in addition to wow, I mean that is nuts. That is nuts. All right, got to get it figured out. Do the Broncos have a problem opposite of Pat Surtain? That's coming up next.
With Ben Powers expected to miss significant time, how should the Broncos fill the hole in their offensive line?
We paid him a lot of money, and we hope to develop somebody else that can fit in there. Palcho has been a guy that they've talked a lot about, but he's the swing tackle and the backup tight end, and maybe that's too valuable. I'd like to see him get a chance in there because I think he's a really good player. I think he could be a really, really good player for the Broncos.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Born to Dare. Tudor timepieces from Williams Jewelers are devoted to the classic, but reject the status quo.
Like the Tudor Black Bay Dive and Sporting Watch. The Tudor Black Bay incorporates a supremely robust manufacturer caliber movement that took the Tudor R&D team 5 years to develop.
It boasts a generous 70-hour power reserve, exceptional ergonomics, and independently certified precision.
It sets a higher standard, Tudor standards.
Come experience the entire collection of fine, Swiss Tudor timepieces for men and women at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, including the legendary Black Bay and the all-new Pelagos FXD.
For those who are up for anything, who face their fears,
and those who reinvent themselves every day.
For those born to dare, Tudor.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, on the corner of Broadway and Bellevue, your official Tudor jeweler.
CU fans, keep your fix going with Denver Sports CU Football Post-Game Recap. Available every home game exclusively on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Presented by Corwin Toyota Boulder. Family driven for over 100 years.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Brenda Stokely from my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 40 years. They conduct over 150 auctions every year, selling tens of thousands of items at the price you set. Auctions are held regularly for Colorado government agencies, and they always have big-ticket items at great prices. That's why I love Roller Auction. And almost all bidding is conducted online in real time, and it's open to the public. Anyone can participate. Check back regularly. New auctions are added weekly. Be the first to know about new auctions available for bidding when you sign up for email notifications. Go to rollerauction.com/thefan.
At 303 Law 4040, we know getting into an accident stinks, and so does getting worked over by the insurance company or even your slick-talking made-for-TV lawyer. So if we can help, just give us a call. 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play. Stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text STUDENT to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text STUDENT to 323232 right now. Text STUDENT to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's STUDENT to 323232. Text STUDENT to 323232 now.
Payton Manning here. Throughout my football career, staying healthy was a big priority, but bumps, bruises, and injuries were part of the game. And for me, it's not just the clinical excellence and expertise that sets a medical team apart. It's also the compassion, kindness, and empathy they show. At Common Spirit Health, healing is quality care and human kindness. And my friends at Common Spirit are teaming up with their partners to spread human kindness and create healthy communities. Common Spirit Health. Hello, human kindness.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with national LTE coverage. Go to rapidradios.com and you'll get up to 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO for an additional 5% off.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX, Rocks Heating and Air.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
And real quick, I forgot to mention this. We were just talking about the debacle that is Bill Belichick at North Carolina. News is coming out that they're already talking about a buyout. Coaches are already communicating with other schools for roles.
What was the quote? The rats have left the ship.
The rats are leaving the ship. That's what one of the coaches said. Another coach said, what we've done to these kids is effed up. And so after 5 weeks of football, Bill Belichick already discussing a buyout. And there's violations up and down, and that could help North Carolina with the reduced buyout rate. But also, I forgot to mention that I think it came out yesterday, I want to say, that Hulu was shooting a documentary with North Carolina about Bill Belichick's first year. And yesterday, they canceled it right in the middle of the operation.
They canceled it. Oh, yeah, it's bad over there. They were like, hey, we can't even shoot this out to anybody. It's that bad.
I mean, and then if Belichick is becoming distant, as one of the other coaches said, that they couldn't reach him during the bye week and he's not around, that like he might have started to withdraw from the production of the doc. And it's like, dude, what's going on here? Like, if you're not even participating and you're losing game, like we're closing up shop. Unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable story.
It makes you mad for those kids. Truly, when you think about it,
for sure.
Like they're there for a reason to play football. They went there for that coach. They're thinking they're going to get coached by a Hall of Famer in Bill Belichick.
Can you imagine?
He's going to be a Hall of Famer. But you get there and it looks like that. And no telling what he's saying to those kids or what he's doing, in the sense of just like he's a dry coach. It seems like he has no feelings. I heard about Bill in the building, and it's just like he doesn't care about people's feelings at all.
Sure.
But you're dealing with young men. Man.
A horrible fit. I mean, who's back nine of their career is aging worse? Russell Wilson or Bill Belichick?
They're battling.
I mean, that's it. Wow. Okay. Do the Broncos have a problem opposite of Pat Surtain? Riley Moss has been the topic of great discussion in recent weeks. If you're on social media,
that's your king. You remember, you have to say Riley Boss.
No. When he's playing well, he can get that moniker. But I mean, that's not permanent.
When did you say Riley Boss? The first game of the year?
Yeah, I think it was first game of the year. He had a pass breakup, all caps, Riley Boss. Week 2, had a pass breakup, Riley Sauce.
Oh,
I actually didn't use that yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. That's still in the holster.
All right.
It's still in the holster.
Oh, so you still believe it?
Yeah, I think so. I am not out on Riley Moss, and I know that. Has it been perfect? No. Have there been some ugly moments? There was an ugly moment last week. You cannot let. What was it? Devontae Smith that got behind him on 3rd and 17.
Yeah, he got behind him a couple times throughout the game.
It just can't happen. It just can't happen. And you see on the play, like he starts walking up towards the line of scrimmage, like whoa, like
buddy, you're not him.
Like, dude, it's 3rd and 17. Back up. What are you doing? So there's been some frustrating moments, but I'm not tapping out on Riley. Are you?
I'm not gonna tap out on Riley because who else do we have?
I don't know. A 1st-round draft pick?
But we don't know about him yet. Like, truly, like, this is the window for the Denver Broncos. We just went through a whole what was it, 30 minutes? A 23-minute segment about, like, the probability, the playoffs, the division. Like, if you're going to do that, the backbone of this team is the defense. And Riley Moss, whether you like it or not, he's a guy that you can count on to be out there and at least know the plays. With Jahdae Barron, he's been playing nickel. Even during camp, he's been playing nickel. the outside is still different. Being on the island is still different.
Totally.
So if you're going with Jahdae Barron, what you're saying is, and we play a lot of man, VJ likes to play a lot of man, so you're putting a lot of pressure on this young man to go out there and hold these receiver ones, because that's what Philly has, 2 receiver ones. And it's a lot for Jahdae Barron to just throw him out there. That's why I asked, like, who else is there?
Chris Abrams-Drain.
Hasn't had enough reps out there to feel confident to put him on that island.
Well, I don't think, for right now anyway, Riley Moss is getting pulled from his starting role. I don't.
What if he has another game like he did yesterday or Sunday? He has in London against the Jets.
Against the Jets? That's different. You know what I mean? If you're getting targeted and picked on, because it looks like, he is getting a lion's share of the targets, Riley is. But the thing is, though, outside of a few plays here in the first 5 games, his coverage is pretty good. And he's so close to making the play, and he's just not making it. And I know I have drawn the analogy from the past with Isaac Yiadom.
Yep.
Your former teammate,
Yep,
Ike Yiadom, out of Boston College. Yeah. And he was long, he was rangy, and he would be in these incredible positions. And time again, the ball just would find the receiver.
And what happened after a while? What happened with Ike?
He got traded.
He was the first one out of our rookie class to get traded.
Giants?
To the Giants.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. We're all sitting down there as a rookie class, eating lunch, laughing, ha-ha-he-ing like it's just college. And a guy comes downstairs, pulls Ike. Next you know, we're walking into the locker room. We look up at the TV screen, and Ike's face goes across the TV screen with his name saying he's been traded to the Giants. Like, then everybody started to say, oh, wow, like, this is the NFL. This isn't college.
Yeah, it's sobering.
You don't do your job, and even if you do your job, you still get caught on if you're a cornerback, and it's not good enough, because it's not good enough, you'll be out of here.
Right.
With Riley, yes, he's in good position. He is going to get caught on sometimes, but he's giving up big-time plays.
He is, and he's really, 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 and I hope I have this right in my head, the actual sequence. He's really lucky that it was the Saquon Barkley procedural play that took away the bomb to the left sideline that Devontae Smith caught on him as well, and that would have changed the complexion of that game late in that fourth quarter.
There's 2 liabilities right now on this Denver defense.
They're both white guys, aren't they?
I knew you were going to say that. There's a trend.
It's Riley and it's Alex Singleton.
Oh, Alex Singleton. He is struggling.
Yeah.
He is struggling.
He's struggling worse than Riley, I think. I think Riley has it's all relative, but Riley's task playing opposite of the defensive player of the year.
We can't say poor that anymore. All right, this is his second year starting. He has that confidence that the first time when Riley gets a pass breakup, my man's ready to do the incomplete sign. But when he gets caught on, he's looking around like he needs help. That's bullcrap.
Well, he's not the only one in the league that does that. All these guys with the incomplete stuff and the
Riley. Now, there's nobody else right now on this roster that I trust more than Riley, because there's nobody else. Like, think about it.
But isn't that crazy though? Isn't that crazy that you can say that? And I don't necessarily know if I agree yet, because I don't know really who Barron is.
Who else would you trust other than Riley Moss to be cornerback 2 for you?
There was this can't miss prospect out of Texas that is the crystal, and that was not a position of priority for the Broncos comparatively to what they had, and they just couldn't pass on him, and now he's not on the field. So look, I am not selling my Riley Moss stock. He hasn't been perfect. No,
I'm not gonna sell it all. I'm gonna start to sell little bits of it, because for Riley, he's getting beat off the line of scrimmage. The separation is there with receivers that are lengthy and fast. Like, he was no match for Devontae Smith. Like, we cheer and Riley, and you had Nick Benito that was going to bat for Riley against the Bengals. But let's be real, Joe Burrow wasn't playing. What does that look like for T. Higgins if his starting quarterback's out there? Because Riley Moss, at the beginning of that game, was being picked on.
Well, we know what it looked like because we saw it last year.
There you go. So for Riley, it's like you have to find a way to play cleaner technique. Like, it's all about technique for you, because if you get beat off the line of scrimmage, now you're playing catch-up. And if you're playing catch-up and a receiver comes back to the ball, it's a penalty. It's a penalty because now you're falling into the receiver. He's coming back to it. You hit him, boom.
Mm-hmm.
That's all technique. It's about confidence. Like, you pretend like you have confidence and you sit there and you go incomplete. But do you really? Not if you continue to get beat. I'm tired of it. But who can you rely on? Chris Abrams-Drain hasn't had enough reps. The Crystal, Jahdae Barron, all he has done is play nickel. But it's a weak link. Let's like call it how it is. Alex Singleton, he's a weak link. And Riley Moss as of right now, and he can change it. You have every right to change it. Alex Singleton, play better coverage. That's all you have to do. It's hard, but that's all you have to do.
Well, you sent me a tweet earlier today. What it said was Riley Moss is allowing a passer rating of 83.5 when targeted. 83.5 would rank 26th among starting quarterbacks. So the numbers don't say that Riley is playing terrible. He's got these moments that, are stuck in your craw, and I'm not giving him a pass. You can't let Devontae Smith behind you on 3rd and 17. That just can't happen. But I will hang with him for another week, and we'll see.
Oh, so it's one more week.
When
is it the last straw for you, Zach?
Well,
and we may not have a last straw, because therefore, like, if you don't have anybody to put in for him, then you're gonna have to stick with him.
Well, I'll know it when I see it. I don't want to project, when the sky is gonna fall on him, but I'll know it when I see it, and I'm not there yet. Are you there yet?
I'm not. No, there's nobody else that we can count on. So Riley, we need you to step up. He knows that. He knows what he can do. He's athletic. He just needs to play better technique. But the thing is, he's a liability. When people game plan against you, you don't want to be that guy.
Totally.
I told you guys earlier, like when I was with the Colts, we game planned towards Alex Singleton. We said we were going to do stop and goes. What did Saquon Barkley do? A stop and go. Because those hips are tight. My man doesn't know how to dance. If you don't know how to dance and to move and groove, you're going to be exposed. And that's what Alex Singleton was. Riley Moss is being exposed in not as much as Alex Singleton, but he's being exposed, and now people are going to try him. And they're going to continue to try him because PS2 is on the other side.
And they're still trying PS2.
And they're still trying PS2.
So, all right, you want to react to that? RamosLaw.com text line is available to you. After 5 games, that's 303-713-1043, by the way. After 5 games, where does Bo Nix stack up to the rest of the league when you look at the numbers? That's next.
Who has been the offensive MVP for the Broncos this season?
I know coming into the season it was, hey, RJ Harvey could be the starter by week 5, or some people were saying, hey, he'll be the starter week 1. No. There is one bona fide running back on this football team. I'd be scared to think where the Broncos would be if they didn't have J.K. Dobbins.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com. And get ready for the workday.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's Fall Football Sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Is an IRS tax problem keeping you up at night? Well, join Todd from Advanced Tax Solutions for a free online workshop at 5:30 on Wednesday, October 8th. Todd will cover the 7 solutions to fix an IRS problem and get you on your way to having clarity and a plan with a licensed professional guiding your way. In this free workshop, he'll cover things like when will the taxes expire? It's actually possible this could just go away. You'll learn the IRS program to permanently settle your debt for less than you owe and several other important answers that will help you take control of your IRS problem. Todd will teach you what you need to know to get out of debt with the IRS for good and build a future you can be proud of. Don't pass up this free workshop with a licensed professional with 30 years of IRS resolution experience. So reserve your spot now by calling 303-753-6040. Again, 303-753-6040, Advanced Tax Solutions.
This is Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. If you've been seriously injured in a truck or car wreck, you want Wilhite. Get your free case review now. We've been voted best personal injury law firm for the last 3 years in a row. Visit WilhiteWins.com and win big with Wilhite.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach By here. The year's biggest watch event is here. The annual watch fair at Hyde Park Jewelers, now the 1916 Company, is happening Friday, October 10th and Saturday, October 11th at the Cherry Creek Shopping Center. Discover the latest creations from the world's finest watchmakers. Explore the year's most talked about timepieces up close with hands-on access, brand representatives, and expert insights. Be among the first to explore cutting-edge designs, rare limited editions, and one-of-a-kind vintage timepieces. Plus, enjoy special 12-month financing, subject to credit approval. See store for details. Do not miss the ultimate watch experience at Hyde Park Jewelers, now the 1916 Company. Make your appointment today at the1916company.com for the annual watch fair happening Friday, October 10th and Saturday, October 11th at the Cherry Creek Shopping Center.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th. New Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto pay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
What's the biggest mistake you can make when selling your home? Settling for less money. That never happens with Orchard. Disappointing offers can wear you down, causing you to settle for thousands less. You don't have to settle when you sell with Orchard. Orchard reinvented the real estate industry by guaranteeing your home sale and helping you sell on the market for top dollar. First, Orchard gives you cash up front so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then once you're all settled in, your Orchard agent helps sell your home on market for top dollar. Here's what one Orchard customer said. I never could have sold without Orchard. I made way more than I expected, and it couldn't have been easier. With Orchard, you never have to settle for less. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Curious how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Hey, Stokely here, and let me tell you, fall golf is the best golf Colorado has to offer, and it's not too late to get fully dialed in for the last few months of the season. At Embers Golf in Westminster, they're not just selling golf clubs, they're crafting a journey for golf lovers like you. It's a boutique-style shop, family-owned, with 2 hitting bays, all the major brands, and fully upgraded custom shafts. Come in for a full bag fitting. Trust me, there's nothing else like it around. Embers Golf, where your golf journey begins.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
It's Riley. It's Riley Moss's song.
It is. It is. In the face of adversity. Being targeted left and right.
Poor Riley. You get that money. Like that's opportunity, truly.
It's a great opportunity for him.
It's like, dude, you want to get paid? You're gonna get the targets. You're gonna get caught on. We know that. But make some plays. Get an interception. He has one in his career.
Yeah.
One interception so far.
But if you remember, he tips and overthrows, got to get those. He tipped the ball to, I think it was Brandon Jones.
It was.
John Franklin Myers with some pressure. Riley Moss gets a finger on it, and Brandon Jones picks it off.
Yeah.
That was like maybe 4 weeks ago, something like that. Maybe in the Colts game. I forget. Yeah, Colts or Charge. I forget.
Chargers.
Okay.
Chargers are going to charge.
Yeah, they are, man. They are unraveling pretty quick, even for the Charger standard of charging. All right. After 5 games, where does Bo Nix stack up to the rest of the league? We'll take a look at the numbers here. I'll rifle through them really quick. I don't want to spend too much time on just the numbers. I want to hear from you and hear from our listeners.
Right.
Yards per game, Bo Nix is 19th in the NFL. Completion percentage, he ranks 25th. I want to come back to that one because I think that one bothers me the most. Touchdowns, passes, he's got 8. He's tied for 9th in the NFL with 7 other quarterbacks. It's early, so they're all clumped up. He's got 4 interceptions in 5 games. Only 4 quarterbacks have more picks than Bo. He continues to really excel at not taking sacks. That is a true superpower of Bo Nix. He's taken only 5 sacks in 5 games. Daniel Jones is the only other quarterback that's played 5 games and has less sacks. He's got 1 less sack. Traditional passer ranking, Bo Nix ranks 24th in the NFL. QBR, which I like more because it's more all-encompassing and takes into consideration more context. Bo Nix ranks 19th in the NFL in QBR. Pro Football Focus. Now these fellas,
they don't like the Broncos.
They have Bo Nix ranked as the 32nd quarterback in pro football through 5 football games. Where do you think Bo Nix is stacking up to the rest of the league here?
I mean, obviously, like, look, the numbers aren't going to lie. You can watch the games. You can look at the numbers. It's not good enough. Like, if you want to be an elite quarterback, a quarterback that's believable in the playoffs, you're going to have to do better. Now, it's 5 games into the season. We know that. But we have a job to do. We're critiquing Bo Nix as of right now.
Sure.
Last year, Bo Nix started off very slow. It seems like he's doing the exact same thing this year. Now he's starting to gain some rhythm. He had a really, really, really good game against Cincy. There's context to it, but who cares? That's their problem, not ours. You beat the Super Bowl champs, and you had moments in the fourth quarter, which is really good to see. You got to piece it all together. But for Bo Nix, it's all about consistency. Life is all about consistency.
So much of it is,
This job that we're doing is all about consistency. Showing up every day, even though you don't like my face because you're mad because of how sexy I look, you show up anyway, Zach.
Holy smokes, you are delusional.
But it's about consistency, and that's something that Bo Nix needs to do a better job of. Execution's another one. When there's a play and a well-play design that Sean Payton has done multiple games, and you have an open receiver for a touchdown, you have to execute the play. Be accurate. Get the ball to the receiver. And if you are able to do that, you beat the Chargers. If you're able to do that, you probably beat the Colts because you don't put yourself in a bad situation where you force a ball to Cortland Sutton that gets picked off, and now your defense has to go out there and try to make a stop. They don't. You end up having a penalty and giving the Colts a second chance, and they win the game because of it.
And they were sitting on points on the Sutton target,
they
right?
Were.
In the
they
Colts game?
They were on the 28-yard line, I want to say. Those were usually automatic points, which you're dealing with Lutz, who ended up missing a field goal in that game, so I don't know. But it's usually automatic points. So for Bo, you have to execute. When they call your number, execute. That's how you stay in this league. That's how you become a really good quarterback. And then, of course, if you're executing, that means you're consistent.
The thing that I think has there's two things that have bothered me a little bit with Bo. And when I say bothered, I'm speaking loosely. It's like, things to keep an eye on. And then and I guess it does bother me during the game. Like, you can get frustrated. Two things. One, the completion percentage. The fact that Bo Nix ranks 25th in the NFL in completion percentage when he's the league leader in passing attempts within 5 yards within the line of scrimmage, I do not like that intersection of those two things. How are you a bottom 7 quarterback in completing passes when your passes are schemed up layups for you?
No, are you blaming Bo for that?
A lot of it, yeah.
Because you look at, like for example, you look at the Philly game. Play action, Nate Atkins.
Yep.
That ball was right in his hands.
It was.
And yet, he doesn't come down with it. It's on Bo, right? Like, it goes on his stats, too.
Mm-hmm.
And we come in and talk about it. Troy Franklin, Marvin Mims have dropped balls where it's like, dude, it's right there for you. And yet, you don't catch the ball. And now we're talking about it like Bo Nix has these completion issues. Like, that's why I ask you that.
Yeah. There's context to it, obviously. Those drops are part of it. But I've seen Bo miss open receivers enough to say, and through 5 games, it's like, that's got to improve. Now, should he be ranked 25th? In completion percentage? Probably not. Maybe it's 20th. But Bo is not the only quarterback in pro football where receivers drop the ball. Football is such an imperfect game. And so that's not just exclusively a Bo Nix Denver Broncos issue. So he's got to get better at that. He's just got to get a little bit more accurate. And then the other thing is, like, man, in that league, you cannot miss wide receivers running open for touchdowns. You can't do it. Like, typically in the NFL, you have to throw guys open.
Yeah, you do.
So when they're running open, you can't miss, call it 5 of them in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, the Marvin Mims twice, Cortland Sutton, the Trent Sherfield one against the Eagles.
Yep.
And I'm sure there was one more.
But that's
there.
4 right there,
that's
right?
That's 4.
Yeah.
That's 4 right there. You can't miss.
Yeah,
you can't happen.
Nope.
There's no pushback on that. Like, you're an NFL quarterback. You're starting for a reason. Make the easy ones count.
Yep. All right. He's been overlooked, underrated, and underappreciated for years. Yet the Broncos' offense wouldn't be standing without him. That's next.
Did the Broncos unlock a new weapon during their win over the Eagles?
The best thing we learned from this game against the Eagles is they can beat anybody. The second best thing may be they figured out Evan Ingram. This is just the beginning of Evan Ingram taking over and being the Joker that we all thought he could be.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
The Fed has finally dropped interest rates, and that's great news for American homeowners. Wages are flat, prices keep climbing, and for many, the only way to make ends meet is to lean on credit cards. If you're a homeowner, I want you to call my friends at American Financing. Right now, interest rates have dropped. Many homeowners are seeing options in the low 5s. Compare that to credit cards charging rates in the 20s or higher. American Financing can help you pay off that expensive debt, free up your cash flow, and keep your budget under control. Their salary-based mortgage consultants are saving customers an average of $800 a month. And if you get started today, you may be able to delay your next mortgage payment. Call American Financing today at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. APR for rates in the 5s start at 6.327% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
Advent Health is Littleton's home for highly specialized, life-changing heart care. From preventive screenings to personalized treatment options, it's heartfelt care from expert hands. The Advent Health Heart and Vascular Institute is now open, ready to provide wholehearted care for your whole health.
As days get shorter and roads get busier, fall brings more accidents. If you've been injured, Postman Law is here to help. No fees unless we win. Call 844-POSTMAN. Postman delivers. This is attorney advertising.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan today at 720-405-3300. That's 720-405-3300.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches, all styles from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. Matthews, located in Highlands Ranch, serving Colorado since 1951.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text STUDENT to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text STUDENT to 323232 right now. Text STUDENT to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's STUDENT to 323232. Text STUDENT to 323232 now.
Denver fans, game day starts at Twin Peaks. Your hometown football HQ is giving away exclusive team jerseys every game day. Catch every Denver matchup, cheer loud, and you could score big. Just ask your Twin Peaks girl for the play-by-play. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Whether it's kickoff, halftime, or the final drive, fuel your football season at Dickey's Barbecue Pits. Order the two can dine for $29.99 deal. Two meat plates stacked with pit smoke flavor. Or go for the new triple play combo. A classic sandwich, savory side, and a big yellow cup for just $12.99. No matter who you're rooting for, great barbecue is always a win. Dickey's Barbecue Pit, legit. Texas barbecue.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, as we roll along here, bottom half of hour number 3, getting you home on a Wednesday, October 8th. Appreciate you guys making us a small part of your day today, or maybe a big part. Appreciate all of you. He's been overlooked underrated and underappreciated for years. Yet the Broncos offense wouldn't be standing without him. How about Courtland Sutton, man? How about Courtland Sutton coming off an 8-reception, 99-yard game against the Super Bowl champions where he humanized one of the single best cornerbacks in the league, that if an alien came down and didn't know who was who, he would have no idea that Quinyon Mitchell has had as good of a career as he's had.
You know what, Zach? In that fourth quarter with Courtland, he took over. He was in a zone. Bo Nix was feeding him the ball, but he was getting open. And the crazy thing about Court and getting open was the Eagles knew it was coming. The Eagles know that receiver one for the Denver Broncos is Courtland Sutton, but yet he was still able to pick up first downs on 3rd and 15, to break a tackle and move down the field for an extra 15, 20 yards, to get open when they're doubling and they have a shell look where they have somebody over the top to help the cornerback out, but yet Courtland still gets the ball. He was in a zone in that fourth quarter and some of the third quarter. He was quiet in the first and second quarters. The third and fourth quarter, he started to turn it on, and that's what you like. That's what you love out of a receiver one. That's what you love out of Courtland Sutton. He's Mr. Consistent. Something that we talk about with Bo, he needs to be more consistent. That's Courtland, and he's been through so much. Now, of course, he's been rewarded, so I don't feel sorry for him. But when you look at who he had to go through quarterback-wise, and yet he's still the man there standing, out of everybody that's been through there, and Courtland Sutton is still there making plays at a high level, one of the best in the league right now.
He is one of the best in the league right now.
Top 10, top 10, top 11. You got to love that for Court. And it hits different for me because I know him. I got to play with him. I know how he is in the locker room. I know that he's a selfless guy, cares about his teammates, will do what it takes to win a game, whether it's catch 20 balls or catch 0.
Right.
He just wants to win.
Right. And, yeah, I mean, we've had games where Sutton has 0 targets, doesn't say a word.
No.
He had the game earlier this season, 1 catch for 6 yards, not a big deal. A.J. Brown would have tore apart the locker room. Tweeted, TikToked. I mean, yeah.
He would have been packing his bag.
I mean, and Courtland is just, he is a model of consistency, yes. A pro's pro, yes. Mature,
yeah.
Yes. Any sort of headache or issue, no. There was one little window of time where he was frustrated. He wanted a little more cheese on that Whopper, and the Broncos gave it to him. But like big picture stuff, like real stuff.
Yeah.
You know, Court is.
Man wanted some cheese on that Whopper.
Want a little extra cheese on that Whopper, man.
Give him the cheese.
They gave it to him.
They did.
And he went and took the cheese. They put it incentive wise. He went up and snatched it. So, and then you hear Sean, like listen to Sean Payton. This is earlier today. Listen to Sean Payton talk about Courtland Sutton and the way that it was phrased. And I don't even know who asked the question, so I'm not throwing any shade in any way, shape, or form. But the phraseology of the question was like a turnaround under Sean Payton. But Courtland was good before. I mean, Courtland's second year in the league.
Yeah, like don't disrespect Court now. Like he had 1,000 yards.
It was over 1,100 with 3 different quarterbacks that year.
3 different quarterbacks, and the man was coming off an ACL. People know, like who played the game and played the sport, how hard it is to come back from a knee injury.
Sure,
it takes time. Courtland was able to do it. That's why he's still there with the Denver Broncos. There's only 2 guys still with the Denver Broncos who have been there for. What is that, 9 years now?
Yeah.
Garrett Bowles, which is crazy because people used to hate Garrett Bowles. Now they love him. Back then they didn't want him. Now he's hot. They all up on him. And Courtland Sutton, who's Mr. Consistent. He's always going to be there for you. You can always rely on him. As long as he's healthy, he is going to be there.
I love it. It's the old I'm Still Standing song.
I'm still standing. My son likes it from singing.
My son loves it. It's Johnny. The
Johnny,
gorilla.
Yes.
Yeah. Even though you just went Mike Jones on us.
Mike Jones, who?
He's Garrett Bowles. Garrett Bowles. One and only. They can't clone me. Got a lot of haters and a lot of homies.
Some friends and some phony.
All right, here's Sean Payton talking about Courtland Sutton's quote-unquote turnaround under Sean.
I can't speak from the prior, but, man, he's got great work ethic. He's in great shape. He's super important to him. Like all the traits you look for in a player, he has. Let's talk about the physical skill set, the size, catch radius. I love coaching him. The stuff that he's accomplished and will continue to is stuff that he works extremely hard on. You're never surprised with him. The catches he makes, how he plays, and just his approach from A to Z is fantastic.
You can hear the authenticity in Sean's voice talking about Sutton. Like when he starts to do, hey, let's talk about this. Like, let's talk about that. Like he is just, Sean is, that's as close as you're going to get Sean Payton to gushing about a player.
But he respects the hell out of Court in what he does in the blocking game and what he does when his number is called and what he does as a leader, as a captain of the team, his voice throughout that locker room. Like Court will let you know when something isn't right. And when something is right, I've heard and I've been around, he'll praise you. That's a leader right there. And now that you have a quarterback, if you're Cortland, you have a quarterback that you like, that you respect, and you're starting to build chemistry with. During the Eagles game, when I was like, okay, Bo and Court have some great chemistry going on. Of course, we know that, but like this is the tell sign. The back shoulder pass. When Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers had it going on.
Oh, doctor.
It was the back shoulder pass. You could not stop it.
Unguardable, yep.
They were on the same page. When Bo Nix throughout that game, I want to say in the third quarter, maybe the fourth.
Yep. Down the right sideline.
Down the right sideline. It was a back shoulder pass. Cortland was ready for it. Maybe Cortland was telling them about it, but they were on the same page. They got great chemistry because of that.
Yep.
And it's like it's going to be something that's going to continue to happen for them, and they're going to be successful because, one, it's hard to stop the back shoulder pass, but two, now you trust each other.
I'm glad you used that chemistry word because after the game on Sunday, Sean Payton was asked about that chemistry between Cortland Sutton and Bo Nix.
He's got strong hands in traffic. The play he made to get us into field, that was a huge third down catch and throw. His confidence, and Bo and he now have, been together for, a good year and a half, 2 years. You can feel it. Like I knew he was throwing that ball to Sutton on that third down, and it was a good throw and a good catch by Cortland. So he's a terrific player.
On a gotta have it down, you know where it's going.
Go get it, Court.
Yep. All right, I absolutely love it. You want to react to that conversation? You're more than welcome on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. A loud statement was made last night. Is it a sign of things to come? We'll talk about that. Also, where are the Broncos' playoff chances after knocking off the Eagles? How about a projected record? How about chances of winning the division after the rest of the AFC West lost? We'll pass along all those numbers and have those conversations because we are on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
As the Broncos hype train picked up speed after the win in Philadelphia.
You got Sean Payton. You got freaking Bo Nix, guys. Get on board or get left behind. Those are the only two options. Get on board or get left behind.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here on behalf of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, talking to you men out there about a phrase that may make you a little bit uncomfortable, and that's erectile dysfunction. But before you go squirming in your seat or changing the channel, what's more uncomfortable than hearing the phrase ED is actually living with it. And here's the thing, guys, ED is a medical condition. And like most other medical conditions, it's treatable. And I'm talking about treatments with success rates well over 90% with the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. All right? So schedule a consult. They're not new. They've served the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade. They've successfully treated tens of thousands of men just like you. All right? So I hate to break it to you. You're not that special. ED is actually pretty common. All right. Your initial visit when you schedule that consult is only $99. That includes a medical consult with a Colorado licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. If the test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. There is literally zero downside. All right. They have an expert staff and 5 locations in Colorado to serve you. So call them. Stop living with ED. 720-440-7900 or visit them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
At 303 Law 4040, we know getting into an accident stinks, and so does getting worked over by the insurance company or even your slick-talking made-for-TV lawyer. So if we can help, just give us a call. 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I do.
I do. Everyone does, but it's only U.S. Mortgages. Lock in a low rate today, and if rates fall in the future, we will redo your loan and lower your rate without any lender fees, including the appraisal. There's no limit to the number of times you can do this. Always have the lowest rate for life. Get our 475 5-year fixed rate, 5.89 APR. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
I know you don't want to think about it, but it's happening. Snow is coming, and Siltahar Motors is ready. Stocked up on a boatload of Broncos sports built for adventure in rain, sleet, or snow. So whether you're tailgating, skiing, or just exploring your own backyard, the Broncos Sport is ready for action, starting at just $27,999. Siltahar has the best selection, the easiest location, and the lowest prices in town. Go to sthmotors.com. Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Cherdak from Denver Regenerative Medicine. When it comes to healing, there's no one-size-fits-all. Every patient receives a unique treatment plan designed just for them. We use either your own stem cells or carefully selected donor cells to treat degenerative joints, torn muscles and ligaments, and even back injuries. Our goal is lasting healing without unnecessary surgery. And right now, we're offering 10% off treatments through October. Schedule your free consultation today at denverregen.com. That's denverregen.com.
Brandon Stokely here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Do you need a new furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump? ROX Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Where will you find her perfect engagement ring?
There's only one fine jeweler in Denver with all the world's top bridal designers. I'm Dylan Williams.
And I'm Shayna Williams from Williams Jewelers. Only here in our Bridal Design Gallery will you find Gabriel & Company, A. Jaffe, Hearts on Fire, and the legendary Tacori.
Thousands of diamond engagement rings from every style and every price range.
If it's on her Pinterest page, it's here.
Add to that our famous Williams Jewelers Diamond Bar with almost every size, shape, and price range diamond.
And our expert diamond professionals will help you put it all together perfectly.
At the guaranteed best price in Colorado. We even have flexible payment terms for qualified buyers, so you can do this today.
That's why more couples say, will you, with Williams.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
The official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche. Williams Jewelers, where Colorado shines.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Introducing Slate, the cure for overpriced, overcomplicated cars. It's a truck, it's an SUV, it's whatever you need it to be. Reserve yours at slate.auto.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
A statement was made last night. Is it a sign of things to come? I believe very much that it is. The Colorado Avalanche rolled the Kings 4-1 last night.
Dominated them.
And that's been the dynamic between these two teams. We talked about it yesterday in the table setter for game number 1. The Avs have just owned this matchup. They're now 15-3-1 in their last 19 games against the Kings. 15-3-1. And last night's game, from a odds standpoint, it was a coin flip. It was a close to it. Avs were, I think, were a small favorite. They were a coin flip on Tuesday, and they dominated that game. As soon as they settled in, it was curtains for the Kings.
Well, the Kings, they played well at home last year, and I think that's a lot. That's when it comes to the coin flip. I think that's what it had to do with just being home for the Kings. But this is just for the Avs. It's taking things personal, having a bad taste in your mouth because of the postseason last year and how it went down with Mikko, coming back saying, "Hey, we're all in, no excuses." Just like the Nuggets, the Avs are in the same boat. There are no excuses. You have all the pieces. You have the depth. You have the depth at the goalie. You have some of the best skaters, some of the best players in the world on your team. Now go out there and do it. How do you do it? You execute the game plan, and you beat the guys in front of you. And that's what the Avs did. 4-1. I felt that, and I had to take a little victory lap for myself because I called my shot before the show, and I didn't say it on the show, Zach, but I tweeted it out.
Oh, you did?
We got there. Yeah, I tweeted it out, and I said, hey, it's going to be 4-1.
Oh, kudos.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
So I was like, 4-1. Avs are taking it personal, and we almost had a shutout. And people were mad at me because I tweeted like, is Reggie going to have a shutout? And I guess you're not supposed to say that. But I needed it. Like I'm playing chess, not checkers.
So you wanted them to score that one, so you could be right about your score prediction.
Hey, come on, I'm a little selfish.
I'm not mad at it. The Avs are now 8-2-0 in season openers under Jared Bednar, and it was a really good, close to best case scenario start to the season. The couple things that you're like, okay, let's keep an eye on this, and the one dynamic is the thing that we were keeping an eye on before the puck ever dropped, and that is on this newly revamped power play.
Yeah.
And we know how much of an issue that was last year. Special teams in that Dallas series. In the playoffs for the Avs a year ago, 3 for 22 on the power play. And last night, I believe it was 1 for 6, I want to say.
It was.
But what was more, I think, underwhelming than the being 1 for 6 is I think it was only 6 shots on 6 power plays.
Yeah, I'm not understanding that. Like why are you not peppering them? You have opportunities out there. Nathan McKinnon's out there. Like, give yourself opportunities, and the only way to do that is shoot. But you don't, and you only take 6 shots, and you don't do well on the power play, and it stalls out, and there's way too much still sitting around. It's stagnant.
Yeah.
Move around. Get open.
That was my issue with the power play last year. Super stagnant, static.
Yes.
Like, it's just sort of, and you watch these other power plays around the NHL, and guys are flying around and switching spots, and it's hard to keep up with. But all good. They won 4-1. Let's just keep our eye on that dynamic. It's a new coach there in the fold, obviously. So it's early, and maybe they're getting some kinks out. Netchus.
I love it.
My dude.
I love it.
My dude. So I have to be honest with you, because of how last season went with the Mikko trade, and you and I really as a show were fighting against the current that was the rest of this station that was proclaiming, hey, Stanley Cup door has just closed and they should fire Chris McFarland and all this stuff.
So dramatic, man.
And I understand because it was an emotional period and Mikko was just loved. So I get the frustration, but you and I had cooler heads and we're like, hold on a second. We need to unpack this. And we like what we do, it's more set up for, in general, it's more set up for the bombastic reaction. Fire him. This sucks. Yeah. The door's closed. All this, and it's more challenging to have a longer form conversation that used to take about 20 minutes to reset all the factors and how the Avs got to the point where they traded Mikko. But I'm saying that to say and resetting that to say because I felt like because we were swimming against the current a little bit and thought it was fair that the organization did what they did, Netchus was just the guy on the other end of it. And I feel like this like organic pull, and I'm not going to view his entire performance through the lens of what I'm about to say, but I have to tell you, I'm like naturally pulling for that guy a little bit more because he was just the other guy on the other side of the trade. He didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, but people were mad at him.
Yes.
Mad at him because of something that he had nothing to do with. You know, actually, what this reminds me of, and I was his teammate, was David Johnson. Remember that name, running back for the Arizona Cardinals? David Johnson. And he was with Arizona. And remember when Houston made that trade with Hopkins?
Yes.
And Hopkins ends up getting traded. You have David Johnson that comes into the building. Well, when I got to Houston, David was kind of at the end of his contract. And I remember sitting there talking to him. He said, you know what, man, like being here in Houston has been a horrible experience for me, not because of the money, but because of people were mad at me.
Right.
Mad at me for the Houston Texans trading Hopkins, which I had nothing to do with. But people didn't get on board with me. I would have a bad game, and they would compare me to a receiver when I'm a running back.
Yep.
When I had nothing to do with the trade. And I feel like that's kind of what we did, or a lot of people, not us, but
yes,
a lot of people did with Netchus.
Yes.
They didn't give him a chance, or they were upset with him, and he had nothing to do with this trade. The trade was between Miko and the front office, and that's where you should be mad at. Be mad at the front office for doing what they did, not Netchus.
And if you're going to be mad at the front office, don't just be mad at Chris McFarland because he's got a boss, and he just happens to be Super Joe. So, like the whole thing, it got a little bit,
messy.
Yeah, and you know, and I hear our buddy Will Peterson, Netchus was a no-show in the playoffs last year. Well, so was Cale Makar. So was Val Nichushkin. Like, who do you expect more from?
Say
like,
about the best players, like they have to show up.
Yeah. He said your best players cannot have bad games.
There you go. And our best players had bad games.
They did.
Therefore, we lost in the playoffs. It sucked. Miko looked good. Kudos to him. But we move on. And now you have Netchus sitting here, a full season with the Avs, a full off season, and he already has two goals.
Yep. And we talked about this yesterday in the bit of our preview. I think he's going to be a 100-point guy. And no one is off to a better start after last night in the goal scoring category than Marty Netchus. Only he and one other player last night had 2 goals. And I just think that him in this situation with like being settled, think about how dramatic and a shakeup to his life that was. We talk so much about Miko and him being caught off guard and all this stuff. What about Netchus? And now he sounds like he has settled in.
Being here for the whole camp, get to know everybody well, was a big part, big help, and I'm excited for the future.
And I'm excited for the future too. But I will say, and this comes with a caveat, his fast start, and it's just 1 game, but if he continues his pace, it does just sort of exacerbate the conversation of this guy is in the final year of his contract.
So you're a little nervous now because remember this was Miko last year. Miko, first game of the year, had a hat trick.
Oh, did he?
He did. Had a hat trick.
Forget that.
Yes.
Against Vegas?
Against Vegas.
Wow, I forget that. They lost 8-4, so I just forgot.
Georgiev. Georgiev. We had Georgiev and Ananen. I mean, come on now. You knew we were giving up 8. But he scored. He was dominant in that first game. And it was like, okay, like we need to get something done. Netchus, 2 goals in the first game.
Yeah.
He wants his money. What do you do?
Oh, man. They have to get this guy re-signed. He's only 26. He's not going to turn 27 until January. This is a young player. He's still ascending.
What does that contract look like?
It's
seeing it all around. It's like you got $17 million here.
Yeah, Kaprizov. Yeah.
And then you have somebody that's taking, was it 12 million?
A 12.5 for Connor McDavid.
So like, where would he be?
He is going to be somewhere around probably 11 to 12. It's going to be probably somewhere around 11 to 12. But my guess is if they get this done in relatively short order, and I'm really hoping that this is the case, because let's not forget, like fast start, all this stuff. Okay, but if he if he says, man, I'm playing so well, I'll just hit free agency when free agency comes at the end of the year, there is inherent risk that he will take on from a health standpoint. It's like, so do you want to go play 70 games when you see guys to the left and right of you getting hurt all the time in hockey? And so...
I agree. Like, hey, like get your money when you're hot, but also you do know you have to stay healthy. But then again, for someone like Chris McFarland's, like you're like, well, you are with some of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
You are on the same line as Nathan McKinnon. And Nathan McKinnon had a filthy assist, by the way, for Netch's first goal.
He did.
The awareness. This is just a smart hockey team. Just the awareness to find Netch's and Netch's to get open and have his opportunity. But what if McFarland goes to him and says, you have a Nathan McKinnon bump? Just like for Jokic, anybody that plays with Jokic is going to thrive.
Yeah, but I just don't think you can, like, at a certain point, like, you have to commit to a player of this sort of caliber. And, you know, Mikko wanted maybe upwards of 14, and, you know, this isn't quite that, but it's going to be pricey. He's an awesome player. He's an ascending player in his mid-20s. And he is not trying to line up his contract with someone like Leon Draisaitl's with the same agent, which was the case a year ago with Mikko. This is more market value for someone like Marty Netch's. So I hope they get this deal done. And I'd be willing to bet if this deal got done tomorrow, by January, we'd be saying, oh, thank God they got it done. You know, much like Benito.
Yeah,
oh, man.
Don't wait too long.
He would have been asking for the world if we did, because that's where I think Marty Netch's production is going here moving forward. And I'm excited about it. I am genuinely excited about it. Lecky gets on the board. Sam Malinsky, how about that? Love that. Multi-point nights for Kale and McKinnon. McKinnon passes Joe Sakic for the most points in Avalanche history. I have to say this, and I don't know if I said it before, and forgive me, I'm not meaning to offend anybody, but I don't care what happened with the Nordiques. I only care what happens here in Colorado. Yeah. So, like, because and you have these, well, there's franchise record and there's these Av records. Like, I don't care, and again, I don't want to come across as like crass or like, but I don't care about franchise records that happened with the Nordiques, 35 years ago.
No,
I just don't.
No, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't like care about what you know, but also give a shout out to Wedgwood. Wedgie did a great job, dominant performance, a 960 save percentage. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. I know you gave up the goal at the end there. I needed you to be right, but playing well, seeing the puck well, making some stops, being confident. And to be honest with you, I'm not surprised because during preseason, he was getting all those reps. During preseason, he was making some really great saves.
That's right.
And it bled into the first game of the year, and he's going to have to do that until Blackwood comes back.
He's 9-0-1 in his last 10 starts. Talking about Scott Wedgwood. Fantastic. Now, Gabe, just about 11 minutes of ice time. Let's keep an eye on that. All right, this is KKFN. And KKFN, HD1 Longmont, Denver. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive. And we are hanging out with you on a hump day, rolling downhill into hour number 4. And, man, shifting gears back to the Broncos, super, super exciting window of time here. Super exciting window of time. All right, knocking off the world champion Eagles. And I thought today was a good day, like most Wednesdays during the season, because we've been doing this segment for a few years now, to check in on the projections moving forward. So last week when we do this, and I'm taking these from ESPN's Football Power Index, where they collect every data point known to man, and then they simulate the NFL season thousands of times. And again, it's fluid, it's not gospel, but I think it's a fun exercise. Last week when we did this, Phil, the Broncos had a projected record when they were sitting there at 2-2 of 9-8. This week, the projected record is 10-7. Sound about right?
Hey, we're moving in the right direction. You know, I'm not going to accept it, but I'm happy that we're in double-digit wins. 10 wins. That was last year. But we're a better team than last year. Now, although it's 5 games into the season, Bo Nix needs to play better. I do believe that this team is better off because of Adam Hufanga. When we do get Evan Ingram going, that's another weapon out there. Troy Franklin, all right, if he can start to come into his all and be a receiver too, like we're a better football team. And, of course, for Bo Nix, this is year 2 for him. So he's been around a little bit longer. But what I'm looking for is not 10-7. I'm looking for at least 11 wins. And when you look at the schedule moving forward, it's very favorable for the Denver Broncos. You got the 0-5 Jets. You got the Giants at home. You got the Dallas Cowboys, who are not good. Now, they have good players, but they're not good. Their record is not good. You have Houston, who's still struggling, but they looked really good against the Ravens. But I don't know how much stock you put into that. So the Denver Broncos have everything in front of them. They control their own destiny where they can get to at least 11 wins this year. They need to be more believable, for everybody to have that respect for them moving forward, and for them to be able to make that noise in the playoffs and people say, okay, like they are for real. You have to win more than 10 games. You got to go 11. You have to be in the mix.
Well, if you want to win the division, and we'll talk about those odds here in just a second, but if you want to win the division, it's going to have to be upwards around 11 games.
Okay.
And traditionally it's closer to 12. But yeah, 11 I think would be the minimum needed to win the AFC West. The Broncos' playoff chances. How about this, man? According to ESPN's analytics, 2 weeks ago, when the Broncos were 1-2, they had a 49% chance to make the playoffs. Last week, after they beat the Bengals, it jumped up to 53% chance to make the playoffs. And after winning on Sunday and having a lot of AFC teams lose, the Broncos today sit with a playoff probability of 68%.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what happens when you beat Philly. That's what happens when you beat an undefeated team on the road. And now, like I said earlier, now you're going up against the Jets. Now, yes, I don't want to disrespect the Jets or the Giants. They're NFL teams. They can beat you any given Sunday. That's the NFL for you. But if the Denver Broncos are focused and they're doing the right things and they're not having those penalties and those mistakes like they have been, and they just start playing fundamentally sound football, they're a tough team to beat on paper and on the gridiron when you're out there playing against them. So it's one of these things where it's there for you, man. Once you get past the Jets and you beat the Jets, because I believe the Broncos are going to beat the Jets, you're going to be sitting there looking at a playoff chance of 70, 73%.
Yep, you're probably spot on with that. And then with the Giants the week after, there is no reason, and it would actually be disappointing if this wasn't the case. The Broncos should be 5-2 after week 7. They should be 5-2. I mean, they would have to truly fall short if they were anything less than 5-2 over the next week and a half, call it. And then with the Cowboys the week after that, the Cowboys kind of feel like the Buffs a little bit right now. When you watch the games, it doesn't feel like a bad football team, but their record doesn't reflect it. And the Cowboys are 2-1, so they're a little bit better than the Buffs, obviously. But the Cowboys are better than expected. But when they come to Denver, because that's where this game will be, they're probably going to be a 5-point underdog coming in here. So yeah, the Broncos can really go on a run here. They really can. They really can. And if they do, their chance to win the division is going to spike, and it already has. Check this out. ESPN has the Broncos this time last week a 15% likelihood to win the AFC West after the Chiefs lost, after the Raiders lost, and after the Chargers lost, and the Broncos were the only team to win in the division. Their chances to win the AFC West have gone from 15% up to 35%. And it's not by a lot, but ESPN's analytics currently have them as the favorite to win the division. Crazy.
It is. Now go ahead, take your little victory lap on me. We're like, you said it was a must-win game.
It wasn't just you. You had a lot of company of nearsighted.
Oh, it's not
folks.
nearsighted. That's the division.
It was week 3. It was week 3.
We're going into week 6.
You don't have must-wins in week 3. Sorry. So
Did you not? Oh my! Hold up! Because
and what was the explanation I gave you why the Chargers game wasn't a must-win? I said the Chargers have shown a propensity to fall apart, and the Broncos have shown a propensity under Sean Payton to get stronger throughout the year.
But yes, that is true.
And both things are happening.
Well, it's happening for the Chargers for other reasons.
What? Like what?
The health.
That always happens to the Chargers. Always. Always.
Don't jinx us. Because right now we're a very healthy team. Although Ben Powers is not going to play for a couple months, Drake Greenlaw has not been out there yet. We've been fairly healthy.
Yeah.
And that the healthiest team when comes the end of the year going into playoffs, you're going to win a lot of games that way. You're going to have a chance with a healthier team. That's just a fact. We know that.
Sure.
But it was a must-win because it's a division game, and the Chargers at that time, they beat the Chiefs, they beat the Raiders, and they beat the Broncos.
I remember. A must-win.
Just like
what does a must-win mean? What does a must-win mean?
Means like, hey, like, look,
I wasn't gonna go here, but you wanted me to. You like invited me into the house. Now I'm in here.
A must-win means if you lose this game, it may hurt you in the end.
No. That's not the definition of a must-win.
The Philly was a must-win.
No,
if tell me this. If we got beat by Philly.
Dante, give me some aspirin from the kitchen, please.
If we got beat by Philly, how would we be feeling today?
Not good.
Okay, why?
Would the season be over?
I mean, you got beat by the Chargers, you got beat by Philly. We would be sitting here talking about you would have been pulling up. Well, we haven't beat a team truly with a winning record.
Yes, but you'd be 2-3, and you beat the Jets and the Giants, and you'd be above 500 here. A must-win.
No.
Let me help you out here,
yes,
Phil.
Please do, because like
a must-win. A must-win is if you don't win it, it's over. It's over. So you can't have a must-win, and again, this wasn't just you. You had a lot of company here.
Look, I'm not backing down from my stance. Like the reason why we're having this much fun because the Denver knew this wasn't a must-win. The players in the building knew that this was a huge game that was damn near a must-win.
Which one?
What do you mean?
The Eagles
game.
One? The Eagles. Phil, the Eagles on the road was not a must-win. It's not even an AFC opponent.
It's not about that. It's about when you look at the schedule.
Okay,
it's about being believable.
Well,
that's
that's a different conversation. I agree with you with that.
That's why it's a must-win.
But a must-win has some sort of consequence, and you can't be a must-win in Week 3. It can't be a must-win against an NFC opponent on the road.
I don't like that attitude.
You're having a different conversation. You're attaching a label to a completely different conversation. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Chance to win the division at 35%. That's super healthy. Chance to make the divisional round. So you're basically you're at 39% likelihood to make the divisional round, which I just think that's incredible.
Why did it jump so high?
I just think the landscape of the AFC isn't what we thought it was going to be. Like we came in, Houston Texans had won that division a handful of years in a row. They're under 500.
Yeah.
Chiefs are under 500. Chargers are 3-2, but they're falling apart. Cincinnati under 500. Ravens have won a game.
Yeah, that's insane.
They're 1-4.
That's crazy.
So it's just one of these things where outside Buffalo, who is I'm just telling you, Buffalo is not right now what they're perceived to be. And I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but they can't stop the run.
I know your game. I know your game, though.
What do you mean?
You say all this bad stuff about Buffalo so you can jinx it in the opposite way, and then we go and watch them, and they're going to stop the run, and they're going to run for 1,000 yards. No. I'm not. I'm calling your bluff right now.
Things are not necessarily as they appear with the 4-1 Bills. Steelers are 3-1. Do I believe if the Broncos played the Steelers today, I feel great about that. Indianapolis and Jacksonville are off to a really nice start, but I don't right now. Do they strike fear in you? They had the Colts beat in Indy. The Broncos cost their own self. So I think that you're seeing like the odds to make the divisional round at nearly 40%. According to ESPN, it's like, man, you're looking around like these dudes, these bullies that you thought were going to be hanging out waiting for you on the corner, they're not there.
Yeah. No, you're right. But you're missing one thing. The reason for all this and the reason why people are thinking like that and we're thinking like that is because we beat Philly. And we did hang around and we should have beat the Chargers and the Colts. We should have. But we beat Philly. And now things have shifted because it's like, okay, the AFC isn't as strong as we thought. The Denver Broncos just beat the only team that was undefeated. Now there's nobody in the league that's undefeated.
Right.
And it's just the beginning, and then on top of that, like we know that they're not taking this into account. But his teams are stronger as they go on.
Well, these are really healthy numbers. Projected record 10-7, chances to make the playoffs 68%, chance to win the division 35%, up from 15%, chance to play on divisional weekend 39%, chance to make the AFC Championship game 20%, chance that you win that game and go to the Super Bowl 10%. chance you go and win the Super Bowl, and we have a Broncos parade this year, according to ESPN's analytics, 5%. So everything is trending upward. And again, these are it's not gospel, it's fluid, but they're only a reflection of the landscape of the league right now. And so, man, super healthy. Sean Payton, how will this team respond to such a big win last week?
I understand the significance of last week's win relative to the opponent, and they're all units, and the first objective is to win the division, the second is to improve your seeding, and then last play for a championship. That hadn't changed. So, just as we try to digest a loss and then flip the page, the same has to be said, with the win. So I think we have the right makeup and leadership to understand where the focus needs to be this week. I like that we're over here. I couldn't tell you or point in the direction where the hotel is, and that's fine. I'm still trying to figure out how to get around in the hotel, but it's the perfect setup. I like coming over here.
It sounds like Sean is really happy that the Broncos never came back to Denver.
I think that was kind of his plan. He did it. He did something like this last year. Was it for the did they go?
It was they went to West Virginia. No, it wasn't
Okay.
London last year. They stayed in West Virginia in between the Tampa and the New York Jets game.
Yeah, and that kind of helped them out because you're separated from everybody. My guessing is Sean put them in a hotel in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, they're about 30 minutes outside of London.
All right.
And they really are. Like 9 News is doing packages, and it's a sleepy little town that they're in.
And that's what happened when they went to West Virginia. It was just like a college town without the students, just quiet, where you have nobody else to talk to but your teammates. Get to know them. Understand what they love to do. Get to know Bo Nix on a personal level. Get to know your coaching staff, like Sean Payton, what he loves to do. Play card games. Like, just get closer as a team. And they get the luxury in London to do that. And that's why Sean didn't want to go back home. He didn't want to go back home where everybody gets a chance to think about it and have that time with their family or go out there and pop some bottles in a Week 5 game. Like, that's not the time to do that.
Because it would have been a kind of celebration with these guys, with their friends and families coming back. Biggest win of the NFL weekend, along with the Patriots beating Buffalo in Buffalo. And you just skip over that step.
You just keep moving along. You get on the plane. You eat at the dinner table with each other. You go to practice with each other. Like, it's all about football, nothing else. And when you're going up against a Jets team that's bad, that's 0-5, but they're an NFL team, and if you sit there and you flinch or you blink and you look up, they may beat you. Like, you got to be serious about things. You have to take this as, hey, guys, we have a great opportunity. We just beat an undefeated Eagles team. You don't want to have a letdown and let the Jets beat you in London.
No, it can't happen.
No, like we have a favorable schedule moving forward. We can be sitting here 5-2.
Mm-hmm.
5-2 if we can beat the Jets, and then we go home and beat the Giants. And now what are people saying about us? How believable are we now that we're 5-2 now? So there's so much in front of them, and they know that this is important. Sean knows it's important. And on top of that, you said it a long time ago, Zach, I want to say 3-4 weeks ago, this is not a young football team.
No, it's
you
not.
have players on this team that have been to the playoffs now, and some of them that have been to the Super Bowl. You have a quarterback that's already serious, but he knows that he needs to correct some things. So I guarantee he's in there watching film. You have Sean that wants to get back to a Super Bowl, so he's going to make sure that this team is focused, laser focused, they call it, and they're ready to play.
Here is Sean, how the transition has been in London this week.
Look, this is my third trip. We have a sleep specialist we work with, and so the routine is very similar to the itinerary we've used in 2008. We were at Wembley at the Grove. We won there. And then 17, 18, I think it was at Wembley again. I think we practiced at the Irish Rugby Club's facility. This would be very much like the Arsenal. I mean, beautiful grounds. And so, again, from a schedule standpoint, it wasn't complex. We believe in both cases prior, we flew from an Eastern time zone city, Carolina, and handled it very much the same way we're handling it this week.
I'll tell you what, man, and I mean this, the fact that Sean Payton has done this twice already, this whole London experience with everything that it comes with, and he's 2-0, by the way, and Aaron Glenn is coaching in his first NFL season, and so he's drinking through a fire hose with a million different things. That's at home in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And figuring out who you are like on the road and what your process is. Remember Sean Payton in the preseason was pissed off. He's like, there's about 14 things I'm pissed off about right now, and none of them has to do with football. Well, like, how do you travel? Are you doing sleep specialist? Are you like, you've never done this as a coach. So the fact that this is Sean's third time and this is Aaron Glenn's first time as a coach and then first time doing this as a coach going to London, I'm like low key. Like, this is a real advantage for the Broncos.
Oh, it's a big time advantage. And on top of that, to add to what you just said, Zach, you have a team that's 0-5. The players are cashed out. They know they're not going to the playoffs. They're playing for themselves, not each other. So when they go to London, they're looking at it as a vacation. Like, hey, it's a paycheck. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna do our job. Yeah, we're not gonna win because that's how that's how some of the players think. Like, they care about the money, they care about themselves, and they know that they're not going to win. So they're just out there having fun, staying out late, getting into trouble. They don't care. So I'm not saying that's going to be all the players with the Jets, but you're 0-5. You have players that are coming out saying, like, they don't want to be there. So it's very different when Sean and his team knowing that they have everything in front of them, and you have the Jets that are just there for a paycheck. That's what it seems like.
Well, if the Broncos come in with a focused effort and maximize their time this week, I think this is going to be academic in the third and fourth quarter. Now, I hope I'm right about that because sometimes that wounded animal is the most dangerous. And, I know Aaron Glenn's already screamed at the team. He sort of used that bullet already a couple weeks ago. What is his motivational tactic at 0-5 in London? I mean, so here's a little bit more from Sean on the idea of this game being a trap game.
No, each week it's the ability to refocus on the next challenge, and I think oftentimes the games are won and lost right here today, tomorrow, and Friday. These guys understand in our league it's different than college. We're not getting a chance to play a 1AA or FCS school. These are all professional teams, and we'll handle it that way.
We don't get to schedule Delaware. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone does it. Everyone does it. I'm just kidding. But I'll tell you this.
They made that game hard.
They did. It was 10-7 at halftime, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Something like that.
In a quarterback battle throughout the game.
That's true. That's right. That's true. But if you were to identify an NFL team right now, and I know I'm falling in my own trap, and I'm hearing my voice in my ears right now. I'm like, if you were to identify a team right now that does feel like a Delaware, there's only one team in the league that hasn't won a game yet. Just one.
Because Tennessee won last week.
Correct. The New York Football Jets are the only team right now in pro ball that are 0-5.
But that's why you should fear them a little bit more. They have to try to get at least a win. They're going to – now, they don't have to, but, like, they're going to win at least one game.
Oh, yeah.
Tennessee found a way to fall into a game.
Yep. Who did they beat? Who did Tennessee beat again?
They beat the Cardinals.
That's right. Sorry, Dante. Coach punching players. What a dysfunctional operation over there.
Can't even imagine what he's doing to him behind closed doors.
Oh, my God.
Showing some spirit. That's how you coach up a team.
That was
somebody, huh?
That was his mistake. Got to hit him in private. So, yeah, I mean, look, but I'll say this, though. In a different type of flavor, just like I picked the Broncos to beat Philly because I trusted Sean to have them prepared for that spot, he has also, and again, different flavor, different category, sort of proved here over the last year and change that his teams will beat the teams that they're supposed to beat, and they typically beat them up pretty good. No one in pro football had more wins, 14 points or more last year, than the Denver Broncos. Not the Eagles, not anyone. And so
on top of that, for Sean has already went to London and won twice. He's 2-0, like you said earlier.
Yep.
So Sean knows what he's doing. The players have to trust Sean, which they do trust him. So this should be a game where you go in there and you at least win. I'm not going to say you blow them out. Just win.
Yep, just win.
Just win.
All right, we'll talk about who the Jets are a little bit more specifically tomorrow. But yeah, take care of business. Take care of business, and you'll be 4-2 with a rookie quarterback coming into Denver against Vance Joseph's defense in Jackson Dart. Will Russ be on the sidelines?
No, Russ is staying home. Russ is staying home.
He should.
He needs to.
He should. But if he is there on the sidelines, he should be yelling run or pass the way that he was asking people to do his first game in Denver. I had never seen that before. He's asked, like Pee Wee or high school football, run, pass, to let the defense know. And Russ was asking his team to do that. And he's like, commit to it. I remember that like it was yesterday. If he's on the sideline, he should be yelling run or pass for Jackson, his teammate.
You know what's crazy before we go? You have Garrett Bowles that everybody hated, and now they love. And you have Russell Wilson that people used to love, and now it seems like they hate him. It's crazy.
It is.
Crazy.
Even like people within the league. Like the thing that Chris Jones said into a microphone a couple weeks ago, like I used to want his jersey. He wouldn't give it to me. Now I don't want it.
What about the head coach saying, that's my quarterback when Jackson Dart finally had his first touchdown?
Yep.
That tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
That's my quarterback.
Yep. And in the preseason, when they did after a preseason game, Jackson Dart, Jameis Winston, and Tommy DeVito, Tommy Cutlets, they all took a picture together, and the Giants social media team was like the three amigos. But there's 4 quarterbacks in the room.
But there's 4 of them.
But Russ isn't one of the guys, and hasn't been for a very, very long time. So I have no idea what's next for him. All right, there's something the Broncos overcame on Sunday, but need to fix in a hurry if they want to keep up their winning ways, and we'll tell you what it is next.
With Ben Powers expected to miss significant time, how should the Broncos fill the hole in their offensive line?
We paid him a lot of money, and we hope to develop somebody else that can fit in there. Palcho has been a guy that they've talked a lot about, but he's the swing tackle and the backup tight end, and maybe that's too valuable. I'd like to see him get a chance in there because I think he's a really good player. I think he could be a really, really good player for the Broncos.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com. And get ready for the workday.
Brandon Stokely here from my friends at Roller Auction. Do you have items you're looking to sell? Since 1976, Roller Auction has been conducting commercial and industrial auctions for Colorado government agencies, Fortune 500 companies, small business owners, secured creditors, individuals, and more. They have a large marketplace to showcase your assets, so don't wait. Visit rollerauction.com for a free consultation and turn those items into some cold, hard cash. Again, go visit them at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Planning out your holiday pictures? Let's move you to the front because it's Soda Weight Loss. You could drop the belly fat and gain your confidence back. just like Ramon.
I used to dread those pitches. I'd position myself behind someone taller or make sure I was holding a plate so nobody focused on my belly. But that was before soda. Soda gave me more than a smaller waistline. It gave me back the confidence to wear what I want. And they make it simple. No injections, no hunger, just a plan that works.
Soda weight loss is built for busy people like you.
I lost 82 pounds in just 16 weeks. No hunger, no drugs, just steady, real-life progress with the nutritionist who helps you every step of the way.
That's why Soda has nearly 9,000 Google reviews. And right now, the most popular offer of the season is back. Join today, and your partner joins free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. Are your bills keeping you up at night? Imagine using your home equity for a financial reset that helps you to finally get ahead again. At Cake Mortgage, we get it. Life's expensive. Insurance, groceries, and high-interest credit card debt. That's why we created the Cake Fast Cash Home Equity Program. Turn your home into your ATM without touching your existing mortgage rate. Cake Fast Cash is fast. Many clients close in 2 weeks. So call Cake today and pay down high-interest cards, free up cash, or fund home upgrades. And you only pay for what you use. Cake Mortgage. Your fresh-baked fast cash loan is ready to enjoy. Call 1-800-EAT-CAKE. That's 1-800-EAT-CAKE. Again, that's 1-800-EAT-CAKE or visit cakehome.com.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about your hair. If you're losing it and desire it back, then do what I did and go see Dr. Tanya Pauls at Advanced Hair Restoration. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results that I can personally attest to. Guys, it's not magic, but close to it. They put hair where you need it the most, and bam, it grows. It's actually science. Advanced Hair has it all. Top-rated Dr. Tanya Pauls, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day. Advanced Hair even guarantees it to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation today. Call 720-459-HAIR and you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. That's 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver, and they've changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. Become inspired with the before and afters at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, bottom half of hour number 4 here on a hump day. Inching closer and closer to the weekend. You're more than halfway there. I said going into the last break that there's something the Broncos overcame on Sunday, but they need to fix it in a hurry if they want to keep up their winning ways. You know, it's hard to believe that the Broncos went into Philadelphia and beat the Eagles for their first loss of the year, first time Broncos won in Philly since 1986, having to overcome 12 flags for 122 yards. That is psychotic.
Yeah, if you would have just started it with that and said, did the Denver Broncos win after having 122 yards worth of penalties? I'd say heck no. Heck no. It's just like the Chargers game and the Colts game. You end up losing that game. So we in a sense, when it comes to penalties, we lucked out because the Eagles, they were bad too. And their penalties were costly. Saquon Barkley not getting set and Jalen Hurts not letting Saquon getting set. Having that big-time completion of Devontae Smith over Riley Moss, but he gets called back Like that could have changed the whole entire game. Philly could have won just off of that play alone.
It's true.
So for Denver, it's like you guys have to stop shooting your own selves in the foot when it comes to the penalties. That's discipline. That's holding your water for the pre-snap penalties. They call it holding your water. Like, you know the play count. You already know what you need to do. Just let it organically happen. Take a deep breath, think a little bit, be a smart football player, and go from there. But right now with the Denver Broncos, they're a very undisciplined team, and it's going to get them beat. They're going to be in a game like the Jets where you should win, and you're going to have a bunch of penalties because you have already had a bunch of penalties. So my guessing is you're going to have a bunch of penalties in this game, and you're going to let them hang around, and they're going to end up winning because of that. So something has to give. I don't know what they have to do. I don't know if it has to come from the leaders and saying, guys, we have to be smarter. We have to be more disciplined. We have to do whatever it takes so that you can cut down on these penalties. We know that there's going to be penalties throughout the game. But 12?
That's insane.
Come on.
Over a football field? I mean, it's getting worse. That's the thing. It's like it's literally, it's already been a problem. It's getting worse. Week 1, 6 flags for 45 yards. Week 2, 8 for 83. Week 3, 10 flags for 70 yards. Week 4, 7 flags for 72 yards. Week 5, 12 flags for 121 yards. And that's just the accepted penalties. It's crazy. According to NFLpenalties.com, Broncos have allowed 411 yards of penalties, second most in the NFL. 52 total flags. That's fourth in the NFL. 14 pre-snap penalties? That's insane. That's insane. That's got to get cleaned up immediately. And that is on Sean Payton. That is on Sean Payton.
But what do you like? We say it's on Sean Payton, but Sean Payton can only do so much. You know, it's not like high school where it's like we're gonna start running. You're not gonna tell those grown men we're gonna start running. I guess you can do your own little thing, and Sean has done bounties before, so he'd be okay with it. He would say anybody that starts getting penalized, you got a fine.
Yeah.
Make it a hefty fine. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, Phil. I mean, we give him so much credit in the summer for being a teacher and all that stuff, and it is pretty cool to watch him out at training camp. But when it's this bad, well, it's the old line. You're either coaching it or you're allowing it. And who do you think is the Broncos leader in penalties through 5 games? Putting you on the spot. There's no wrong answer.
I'm going to go with, let's go defense. Defense usually is more aggressive. Hufanga.
Good guess. I think he's got 3.
All right.
Luke Wattenberg is number 1.
Luke.
With 5. And he had that really, really long day 2 weeks ago.
One.
Who is second? Pat Surtain.
Mm.
PS2, I believe, has 4 penalties in 5 games. So it's got to get cleaned up. But if you continue to do this, it would be an unreasonable expectation to continue to win at a high level in this league when you're averaging 10 flags on you a game. That's insane. Riley Moss, real quick, I want to have a conversation about him. Do the Broncos have a problem opposite of PS2, you think?
The Broncos, I don't want to say just yet, Zach, but it's becoming a problem for Riley. He's already being targeted a lot, we know, because of PS2. But also for Riley, you're being targeted because you're giving up big-time plays, big-time moments in games. And that's going to continue to happen. When people go and they game plan towards the Denver Broncos, it's picking on 2 guys. Because VJ is going to stay in man. So when VJ goes man, we're going to take advantage of Riley Moss, who's been getting beat off the line of scrimmage, and now he's playing catch-up. And we're gonna focus on beating up on Alex Singleton when it comes to routes with the running backs and tight ends because he can't cover. And so at some point it is going to be an issue. The only problem is, who do you turn to? Chris Abrams-Drain doesn't have enough reps for you to truly trust. Now you can put him out there. Jahdae Barron, who's a first-round draft pick, he's the crystal. But the thing about Jahdae Barron, the whole time we were at camp, Zach, did we see him on the outside ever?
No. But Sean would talk about it, that he's got inside but outside traits as well.
And so it's like maybe 1 or 2 times Jahdae Barron was on the outside, he stayed his butt in at nickel. So you go with Jahdae Barron, that's a risk right now. And there's a reason why Sean's taking his time with Jahdae Barron for some reason. Maybe he's not ready to play. But if Jahdae Barron was ready to play, he would probably replace someone like Riley Moss because he's a first-round draft pick. And Riley has struggled at times. So although Riley is struggling, you don't have anybody else to turn to just yet. So Riley has to get it together because they're going to continue to pick on him, and they're going to continue to pick on Alex Singleton.
Man, oh man, oh man. I am one. I'm not selling my Riley Moss stock just yet.
That's your king.
It is. He's not my king, but
Riley Boss. Remember?
I did tweet Riley Boss week 1 or week 2. It's a really hard position to play. He's being targeted as much as anyone else in the league because he plays opposite of PS2. He's going up against some of the best receivers in the NFL. Now, some of it's his fault. You can't let Devontae Smith behind you on 3rd and 17. That just can't happen. That
doesn't make any sense.
And he after the game called it dumb football. So he knows. But
goes with the butts.
Yeah, and there's a lot of times where Moss has great sticky coverage and the ball just finds the receiver. And so, but it's a bottom line league. It's a results oriented league. Like, you have to figure it out. But I will tell you, it is a little bit interesting that, like, he's struggling. Now, he's not drowning, but he's struggling a little bit. And Jahdae Barron, like, it's not even really, I shouldn't say it's not a consideration because we don't know the conversations inside that building, but we've seen no signs that it could be a consideration at all. And I just have to believe. Now, he had a breakup at the end of the game against the Eagles.
Breakup, yeah.
That was big, man. And hopefully that goes a long way for his confidence. But it's just interesting that this undeniable can't-miss talent that wasn't at a positional priority for you, you just simply could not pass him up. He was that good. And he's so smart. And everyone he's so smart. Mm-hmm. And he's one of the best tackling corners we've ever seen and all this stuff. And his snap count is lower than someone like Evan Ingram's.
Yeah, he's not a starter. Like, he's literally going in on packages.
Yep.
Dime packages,
yeah.
And so, yeah, something has to be up. You have a first-round draft pick, but yet he's not playing a lot. That tells you everything. Because coaches around the league, they want to show off their first-round draft pick.
Right.
Everybody wants to be right.
Right.
Not in this case. But if Riley Moss can't get things together, you may be forced to put Jahdae Barron out there for a little while. I don't know. Like, Riley is playing sticky coverage, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough. It was like Ike. When you talked about Yadam.
Isaac Yadam, yeah.
He was always in the right positions, but you look up and he's giving up a huge gain. And he found his way getting traded because of it.
Right. Well, I am not tapping out on Riley Moss. I'm not selling my stock. I like the player. He plays a really hard position. Hasn't been good enough. I will acknowledge it hasn't been good enough. But I am not tapping out on Riley.
No, you're not.
Are you?
I'm not ready to tap out on Riley. We have nobody else behind him yet.
All right. There is a story happening right now in sports that is, well, we'll let you describe it for yourself. Coming up next.
Who has been the offensive MVP for the Broncos this season?
I know coming into the season it was, hey, RJ Harvey could be the starter by week 5, or some people were saying, hey, he'll be the starter week 1. No. There is one bona fide running back on this football team. I'd be scared to think where the Broncos would be if they didn't have J.K. Dobbins.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Thinking about buying a home in Colorado? You're not the only one, and now might be your best shot. We're officially in a buyer's market, which means you've got the upper hand. More homes are on the market, competition is down, and serious deals are out there just waiting to be found. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade or downsize, now's the time to get pre-approved. And American Financing can make that happen in 24 hours or less. And here's the kicker. When you work with both American Financing and their partner American Home Agents, you can receive a credit on closing costs of up to 1% or a max of $10,000 on your home loan. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, it's time to step in, and American Financing is the place to start. Don't let the 20% down myth stop you. You could buy a home with as little as 3% down, and with down payment assistance programs available, getting into a home might be easier than you think. Pick up the phone, call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLS consumeraccess.org.
CU fans, keep your fix going with Denver Sports CU Football Post-Game Recap. Available every home game exclusively on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Presented by Corwin Toyota Boulder. Family driven for over 100 years.
Hey guys, boy Steve here today by my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if you can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law and 303 Law 4040. Did you know that I actually have some psychic abilities? Yep, had a new client come in the other day to get signed up, and she said, Dan, you know, they've already made me an offer. And I said, well, let me guess. It was $1,500. And her eyes got real big, and she said, Dan, how'd you know that? And I said, let me take another guess. When you said you weren't sure, they said, okay, we'll offer you the maximum amount allowed of like $3,500. The client couldn't believe what she was hearing. But let me let you know in a little secret. I'm not a psychic. I just know all of the insurance companies' dirty little tricks. They use these tricks to put pressure on you so they can get off the hook cheap. At 303 Law 4040, we're here to make sure that they play fair. We're going to make sure you get feeling better and the insurance companies pay what's right. Call us at any time. You can speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040.
Let's go! You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Advent Health is Littleton's home for highly specialized, life-changing heart care. From preventive screenings to personalized treatment options, it's heartfelt care from expert hands. The Advent Health Heart and Vascular Institute is now open, ready to provide wholehearted care for your whole health.
Stokely here from my friends at 5280 Waste Solutions of Denver. Unhappy with your home or business trash and recycling service? Need a temporary dumpster for a project? Call 5280 Waste Solutions at 303-529-2329. Colorado isn't just where they work, it's home. They guarantee swift, on-time pickup for residential and commercial customers. Make the switch and get reliable local service you can count on. Go to 5280waste.com. 5280 Waste Solutions, your hometown brand.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go! Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
There's a story happening in sports right now that is pretty wild. Pretty wild. And even if you predicted that the Bill Belichick experience at North Carolina wasn't going to go well, I don't know if we could have seen this coming. Ali Connolly of the he's a writer for The Guardian. He has a report today, and it's being synced up with other quotes, and Yahoo has now wrote about it, and it's pretty wild. And it came out earlier this afternoon. Ali Connolly, and by the way, we have a friend of the show with us here, the scrappy one, the scrapster, Scrap Peterson. What up, Will?
What up, boys?
You see the story?
Yeah, I won't spoil it, but I don't know. Old Bill's going to make it to the weekend.
So it says, according to this report, Bill Belichick has discussed buyout options with North Carolina's hierarchy after 5 games. Belichick has signaled a willingness to trigger his own $1 million buyout if he can find a soft landing with another team or in media. Members of Belichick's coaching staff have already spoken to other schools that are expected to be in the college football playoff about taking on roles during the postseason. From one coach, quote, "The rats are leaving the ship," end quote. Some staffers believe a change will come within 2 weeks. Reports of serious recruiting violations remain under investigation at University of North Carolina. Recruiting and practice violations have already been proven by the school, according to multiple sources. Using recruit violations to knock down a coach's buyout has become a standard practice. If Belichick cannot find a landing spot to trigger his own buyout, he's expected to accept a greatly reduced, compromised rate. Belichick's communication with his staff in the past 2 weeks has been described as, quote, weird and, quote, distant by multiple members of North Carolina's coaching staff. Multiple coaches were unable to get a hold of Belichick during North Carolina's bye week. From one UNC defensive assistant, quote, "What we've done to these kids is effed up," end quote. Holy guacamole. Will Peterson. Takeaway is what?
Well, people thought this may happen with Deion Sanders, and Deion is running circles around Bill. He won, 8-9 games last year? Had a top Heisman Trophy winner. Had another guy in the top 10 in Shedeur Sanders. I understand the Buffs aren't at where people want them to be right now.
Retiring some jerseys.
But Deion didn't have it go off the rails like this. I mean, Zach, you did a great job outlining it. There's another report out there that one source doesn't think he's going to coach against Cal on Friday night. They're supposed to play in 48 hours, and they're not sure if Bill's going to coach the game or not.
This is nuts.
It's crazy. And I feel sorry for those kids. Sorry for those kids that went to the school for Bill.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I don't know why you would do that. He's not a player's coach. He's very dry. But you go to that school just for this to happen to you. And now you have the coaching staff that's talking stuff about Bill and saying how messed up we messed these kids up. That makes me mad. If I was a parent, if you were a parent, what would you do?
Oh, my gosh. I mean, I would be trying to actually pull my kid. If my kid wanted to leave the situation, you need to preserve your red shirt, if possible. If possible.
Yeah.
I mean, this is crazy. He's only beaten 2 teams, Charlotte and Richmond. Losses to TCU, Central Florida, and Clemson came by a combined 83 points. Now think about this. Mac Brown wasn't getting it done, in their opinion, at North Carolina. He had never won fewer than 6 games. Belichick could be out with 2 wins over Richmond and Charlotte. I mean, this, again, even if you thought this was not a good idea, which I didn't. It didn't make any sense, Bill Belichick in his 70s getting into college football with that hyper-evolving landscape. But this is worse than anyone. And I remember, you guys remember when they played TCU the first week and North Carolina's offense went down and marched down the field and scored and went up 7-0? Skip Bayless had a tweet. You guys, did you see this? It said, North Carolina has in all caps, championship offense.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes. Yes.
What are you doing, Skip?
Heels just shredded Frogs defense, and they went on to lose by 30. Oh, my gosh.
Well, remember, Michael Jordan was there.
Yeah,
Michael
that's right.
Jordan was there.
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor was Lawrence.
Yes, correct.
All the stars came back.
Yeah.
They had what, 15 minutes of happiness?
I mean, just unbelievable, man. This is, I said to Phil earlier, I don't know whose twilight is aging worse, Russell Wilson as a player or Bill Belichick as a coach.
It's a great question. They both have gone off the rails, that's for sure. Belichick will still have all those rings and the Hall of Fame and all that, but Russ may have played himself out of Canton. That's the difference.
Crazy. Wow. What was your biggest takeaway from Avs last night?
Man, it was a lot of fun to watch because Scott Wedgwood played out of his mind, guys. He stood on his head, and it reminded me of the opener last year when they scored 6 goals and couldn't even win. And then last night, especially late, the Kings are peppering. They get one, but it didn't matter. The game never felt like it was uncomfortable. And then just Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar, just the human highlight reels that they are. McKinnon setting up that first goal was unreal. Past Joe Sakic for most points in an Avalanche sweater. And then Cale just dancing around, absolutely dancing, and sets up Arturi Lehkonen for garbage time. The superstars came to play.
Will,
Come on, Will.
You're unbelievable.
This is crazy.
What?
You're unbelievable. You're unbelievable.
I started with the lead. Nathan McKinnon past Joe Sakic. That is 100% the lead from that hockey game.
What are you doing, Will?
You just mentioned that at the end. That wasn't the lead. And there was a guy out there that scored 2 goals.
Yes.
And you didn't mention him.
Marty had a little party last night. He looked pretty good.
And you don't know the secret knock at the door to get into the Marty party. I'll tell you that.
I'm going to the
You're
Miko
not
party.
invited.
Yeah. Go to the Dallas Miko party, Will.
No, Marty was good last night.
Thank you.
What do you want me to say? Zach,
He scored 2 goals. I thought you'd get a mention.
I told you yesterday
Not a
they
shout
need
out?
to extend him, and they need to do it by New Year's Eve. Nothing's changed.
Oh, God.
Those were my exact words yesterday.
Who are you working with tonight?
Dante Gomez.
Dante, can you please just try? Just work on him. Just work on him. It's Denver Sports Tonight coming up next.
Did the Broncos unlock a new weapon during their win over the Eagles?
The best thing we learned from this game against the Eagles is they can beat anybody. The second best thing may be they figured out Evan Ingram. This is just the beginning of Evan Ingram taking over and being the Joker that we all thought he could be.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And if you're looking for fine jewelry or a great timepiece, just like I was, why wouldn't you want to shop where some of the world's leading designers are sold? Williams Jewelers helped me find my new Tudor watch, and they can do the exact same thing for you. But it doesn't just have to be about a watch. If you want some type of jewelry, they're going to have it. Trust me, guys, they have everything. And they're going to treat you just like family the minute you step through those doors. And won't pressure you at all. They gave me the time I needed to make the right decision for myself. And looking at this beautiful watch today, I made a great decision because of that. And starting from one little store in Inglewood, Williams Jewelers has grown into 2 locations and has become one of the largest fine jewelers in the country. So when you step foot into their showroom, like I said earlier, you're going to feel just like family, and their service is going to reflect that. They are dedicated and they work hard to make sure you're satisfied with your purchase. And not only will they share the secrets of the business with you, they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, my hometown jeweler, also the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue and also on Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Phillip Lindsay, when you step through one of those doors.
Winning matters. Postman Law has recovered over $3 billion for clients. Injured? Call 844-POSTMAN. It's free to see if you have a case. Others promise. Postman delivers.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here for 5280 Exteriors. Big deals on windows and siding. Order in October, finance with them, and pay nothing until November 2027. Be warm for the holidays. Call 5280 Exteriors. Low monthly payments. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
I just saw 2 houses for sale. Same neighborhood, almost identical, but one had an Orchard sign and it sold for way more. So I asked my friends at Orchard, why? The first house used a traditional agent. After weeks of price drops and frustration, they settled for less than they'd hoped for. The second homeowner chose Orchard and got more. Their local Orchard agent didn't just list a home, they marketed it. They knew exactly which upgrades would attract serious buyers and brought in a pro to handle everything. And even more, with Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, the homeowner moved into their new home before their old one even hit the market. They skipped all the hassles and showings. Never settle for less. Get more with Orchard. The smarter, faster, hassle